non-conformists. I know I don't usually stream on a Saturday, but I didn't yesterday. I couldn't yesterday, in all fairness. Some of you will know that I have been ill for the last couple of days. I was like, no, this is too bad. This is starting to annoy me. I'm going to mix it down. I'm going to need to go into my fucking game settings. I wasn't sure if this would be that bad, but it is getting annoying now. I need to turn the video down. There we go. I'll, as always, just go everything in a couple minutes. Just see how we're going. But as I was saying, I don't normally stream on a Saturday, but I couldn't yesterday because, like I say, some of you will know I've been ill, so I've been essentially a complete write-off since Wednesday. Like, hi Pickle. Some of you will know I had a job interview on Wednesday afternoon to try and get myself a day job, which I failed to do. And literally ever since coming out of that, I've been a complete wreck. Not really fully, but I'm still not fully back in gear now, but I'm like fine enough. Really, like I feel mostly competent. There's just one minor thing that's nagging us at this point, but I like giving you a stream back when I miss one. And I missed yesterday. So you've got us now instead. If I didn't do now, I would have just done Tuesday to make up for it regardless. So I've chose to do now because it also feels like it's been a lot longer since I last streamed than this past Monday. I don't know why. It genuinely feels like it's been a solid week and a half, not 5 days. Like, I don't know if that's because of me being ill or whatever, but it feels like it has been fucking ages since I last did anything, like, stream related. To be fair, I haven't even played any, like, games of any description since ending stream on Monday until this afternoon. Also, it is weirdly bright for the fact that it's 6 PM. Like, the sun's not even starting to set, it's still just a full bright day. Which, I mean, yeah, that's bound to happen as we're coming into late March. I think the clocks go back. Do they go back tomorrow, or is it next week? Hold on, I'm gonna check that. That is not the button I've been trying to press. Oh, my computer won't tell us. I'll have to check my phone. Because like that's how we're getting into that part of the year now. It's next week. Which means, where's my guy gone? There he is. Good job I noticed that. Means picks the time I text you, at the crack of dawn will shunt dramatically. I know it's been inching back by a couple of minutes each night, but it's gonna drop by like an hour from next week onward. I'm not sure how much you pay attention to it, but I've made it a thing, haven't I? So I think the only ones I've missed have been when I've been sleeping for copious lengths of time because I've been ill the last couple of days. But besides that, we rock and roll. We get back into some Danganronpa. I get my dashboard open. And the high soul, that's a bit. I again, you know what? No, things I'm not gonna say near my none, isn't there? So that's obviously not great. Don't know why I'm sat here doing a thumbs up when A, that's bad, and B, there's no proof. I'm a dog. this week's felt copiously long. How is it only 6 p.m. Saturday? It feels like next Tuesday already. So now is not the time for me to sit and play with a knife. But yeah, we're getting into a bit of Danganronpa. It is the Chihiro trial this episode. Maybe we'll do a bit of variety in the second half, depending on when, you know, the Chihiro stuff. But depending on when this trial gets dealt with, or, you know, other issues I may have. But I think that's going to be the only thing really dictating what happens in the second half. Also, I know the VODs that went up earlier this week all went up in A, the wrong order, and B, on the same night. That is because I am a moron and forgot to do an entire set of streams. What is this one? I'll finish my thought in a second. What was I saying? Oh, the set of streams immediately after, because I did the special and then the one after that, they went up fine. The next 3, I think it was after that, were all bot. No, was it the next 2 or 3 after that? The uploading of the VODs, I just fully forgot to do and didn't notice because I forgot to account for when you hit affiliate, yeah. VOD storage time on Twitch goes up from 1 week to 2, so they weren't immediately listed expiring, so it was less urgent. And then I was like, oh shit, there's like a bunch of VODs I haven't put up. So I stuck 3 up at once. I have just received that message. To be fair, this game hasn't had that much language I've had to skirt around, really. I mean, if it was swearing, I obviously wouldn't care, because, you know, me. But, thank you. That's all. God, time is weird, isn't it? It's also been 8 minutes, and I'm still sat on bloody title. That's not great for me. I don't really usually do these big, long-winded intros. Maybe I did. I think I did one for the special. Right, anyway, again. Right, let's minimize OBS. I'll also get my thingy back up. God, I don't need that there. Yes, load my save again. Continue. Yes, please. Right, anyway. Do we just talk to people?
Hey, come on.
I need to set. Bloody hell. God, I need to remember the voices I give people. I haven't done Danganronpa in a hot fucking while. It doesn't help that it literally feels like yonks since I last did anything. Just one last quick bit of faffing. Ah! Alright, yeah, okay. I can probably try and do that, Jesus Christ. That's a really rough one I have to go into with the first fucking line. I need to try and like find this within myself, because this is one of them I have to be in the headspace to be able to do now I think about it. Fucking Toko, man. What's got us so worked up? I went through all of that for one fucking line. Just keep clicking on people. I don't know why the killer did what they did, but I'm sure it'll work itself out. Justice always prevails, right, bro? I gave him the like squirrel voice, didn't I?
Very sad.
Miss Fuji's actually argument for being 3D, she was quite remarkable. Of course, it's just the idea of 3D makes me cringe.
Sweet, merciful. Well, I don't have to do that bit, thank you, Toko. There is something odd about Toko's behaviour. I do not think mere shock is enough to explain it. Thanks. Wrong rotation, I need Owie. Guess I wasn't much help on this one. Yeah, you never are. Mondo to him is so silly. I give you plenty to work with. Show us how far your logic can take it. Thanks, Byaku, yeah. You're a great friend, mate. No, I don't need Taka again. I need Kyoko. Come on, let's click on the door. Let's go. Okay, we've had enough. We have no choice, right? We have to do this.
True.
Yes. Give a small nod of my plan. One last deep breath, I walk towards the elevator and shake it out. With each step forward, I could feel my heart starting to race faster and faster. As soon as everyone was on, the lift began to descend. Couldn't get a handle on my emotions since I was speculating. I was going fucking. Where'd my nuts go? Squirrel looking at. You are on some right delay. Chipmunk looking at. So you're watching this on a phone, aren't you? You're a solid like 30 to 40 seconds off. I'll also wait about 3 days for you to respond to that until finally I click through it. It came to a sudden stop. What do you think? I redecorated. Isn't it so fresh, so exciting? Don't waste our time with your stupid questions. Let's get this over with.
Very nice.
Good. You're rip-raring to go. Gotta say, I don't hate it. Not at all.
Well,
Okay then, let's get this show on the road.
kills,
Everyone,
kills.
everyone, please find your assigned seats. Yeah, Monokuma is always a nice, free, and an easy one to do. A deadly judgment, a deadly deception, a deadly betrayal. Deadly riddle, defense, faith, yada yada yada. Class fucking trial, Makoto, we get it. Don't wanna say it. Yeah, sure. Open the hand. The truth book, obvious. I don't need the map. Monokuma failed too. Sakura's account, the dumbbell, Mondo's account, the reader, the handbooks, the broken one. Interesting. The Jensen Jack case file, Aoi's account, locker and carpet, posters, the hero's handbook, body, carpet, the lamp, and Celeste. Coolio. Set skills. Do I not have any? I have down shift. I have melodious voice. And that's literally it. Okay, cool. Kuna, my sister. What the fuck? You know what?
Let's begin
No.
with a basic
You,
explanation of the class trial. So, your votes will determine
I'll
the
let.
results.
Right, I'll. How and why? Now I'll let my.
If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong one, then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate.
The more I think about it, the more this is just high stakes I'm on.
Okay then. So, first off, let's talk about the murder weapon.
Jesus Christ. It's like or like Cluedo. It's more like Cluedo than Among Us, really. Well, not because in this you find the body, so, but it's so weird. It's obviously a murder mystery type thing. I don't know why Cluedo and Among Us were the first two I jumped to, but you get my point. First, you have to make the others used to do. Okay, well, Jesus Christ. The dumbbell, right. Who's going to say she was stuck? No. How do I fast forward? Right, that's correct. Hold on, help escape. Wrong button. Escape. What's fast forward? Control.
What kind of blunt instrument? I bet it was an iron pipe.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Come back! Oh, for fuck's sake.
That certainly would make for a
Poor Chihiro.
Oh, she looks so Mondo's down with these excessive hair.
According to the Monokuma file, what kind of blunt? I bet it was an iron pipe.
There you go, piss off.
No.
They don't need to be fanning on. They don't need to waste me valuable 12 minutes. Cool. I knew it was going to be him though, he's an idiot. Dumb, why that's that?
And there was nothing else at the scene that could have caused that kind of injury.
Oh, there's the rhythm game at the end that I can't remember how to do.
The wound on the victim's head is consistent with the shape of the dumbbell.
At least the trial's like mostly
As far
boys
as
on
I'm
my video, so
concerned,
it's fine.
there's no mistake.
This
and
isn't
no
gonna scream
room
my
for
voice.
doubt on this one.
You looked at her head wound?
That's so creepy.
Shiver me timbers.
If you don't mind, I will proceed from here. Let's move on to discussion of...
Thank you, Byakuya. You know, this is the one time I'm thankful for you because you're moving it forward.
Although, I believe the criminal behind this heinous act is already quite clear.
What? For real?
Chihiro's killer is the fiendish serial killer, Genocide Jack.
Did he really kill Chihiro? No, but sure. You want me to not up debate? Yes, please. First debate, lines of white noise will appear to disrupt your reactions. Your truth bullets will disappear if they hit these lines, so that obstacles in your debate. But there's a way to keep this white noise from getting in your way. Press right mouse button, which has a silencer, which you can use to shoot them down. Or if you shoot an actual remark with your silencer instead of the right noise, time limit will decrease. So take careful when you've got your silencer out. Oh, but if you're actually to set a gentle white noise, in which case you can forget about the silencer and just focus on the situation. Well then, judge. No, but isn't that they're talking themselves? They are talking themselves. Give me a second. Can I access my settings menu from here? Can I, like, escape? F1. I could only pull up that. Right, okay, well, no, it's fucking...
Case closed, as far as I'm concerned.
I don't care.
But that's impossible.
Why? What makes it impossible?
Well, I mean, come on.
We'll just get a lay of the land.
No proof for it.
That? Yes.
No, that's wrong.
I can't... I turned the... I turned the...
Could be involved.
I turned the vocal noise should be fine. I'm gonna... I can't have, like, OBS open while...
What?
I found this file while I was looking around the archive in the library.
Yeah, OBS is saying it's, like, perfectly reasonable.
I guess it's some kind of confidential
You could
file
just-
the police put together about the Genocide Jack case.
What? That's kind of weird as shit, isn't it? What was something like that doing in the library?
It sounds fine for me, and OBS is saying it's fine. But, like, I guess I can cross-reference with, like, a VOD. Give me a second, I'll go into, like... I'll just go into... I need a game that actually makes sense. I need, like, a good example. The final 20 minutes of the special. Okay. Okay, no. Okay, God, I'm loud. I hadn't listened to South Park. That's also another section of the game paused. From when the...
Sweet hell.
Okay, no, I do. I'm using the... Yeah, okay, no. It sounds really... It sounds fine for me, and it sounds fine according to OBS, which leads me to believe it's fine. But I can turn it up through OBS. I can do this. I'll try that.
The why of it is probably more trouble than it's worth. So let's forget about that for now.
Is that better?
More importantly, it outlines all the specifics of every Genocide Jack case in exceeding detail.
Can I get away with going a little higher? I'll go for there. I'll see how we feel about that.
According to the file, there appear to be two defining characteristics in every Genocide Jack case. The first is that a bloody message is found written at the scene of every murder.
Is this good?
Oh, that's right. Boob lust.
How can you have this, like, really swish, like, macho voice? Come out with boob lust and also be a little hentai freak? This fucking guy, man, he is a chipmunk. What do you mean? Big commanding voice, boobs.
No. It's actually bloodlust.
But more important is the other
I don't know what you're saying,
characteristic,
what to, by the way.
and it's something that has never been made public.
Never made public? What the hell is it?
Why don't you...
I can see why I
describe
gave him
it,
that
Makoto?
Why is this on me? If I'm not, I forgot read. If I'm not mistaken, it has to do with the position of the body. Other victim's position.
I got it! Apparently, in every
Boom
genocide
blast.
case, the killer suspends the body in a certain way. Other than the killer, the only people who know about this are the higher-ups in the police department.
However, Chihiro was most definitely suspended in the same way. So, how did the culprit know about this when only high-level police officials were aware of it? There's only one logical answer I can think of. It's because the culprit in this case is the real Genocide Jack.
People see boobs and go fucking crazy.
No fucking way.
You're saying Genocide Jack is one of us?
Maybe. Fucking hitting you with the Venville you Vevigs
Yes,
type shit.
in fact, it's Toko.
Objection? Well, no, he's right, but what?
What?
I want to know how he knows.
Genocide Jack's true identity is Toko Fukawa.
He's correct, but did he gather this information from looking at that file and go, the murders happened at a time? These murders happened during the week or at weekends, during the day or at night. Ah, yes, the murders happened. That we found out in the last episode. He done.
What? Hey, okay, wait, hold on a sec. Toko has like bloodophobia or whatever, remember? What kind of serial killer is afraid of blood?
Hemophobia.
Is Toko Genocide Jack? The answer is yes and no.
Another riddle. Man, why is this gotta be so complicated?
Hero, what part of any of this has been straightforward? I remember saying this last time, I'm begging for just a plain straightforward. You know, someone stabs someone else, leaves them in the middle of a corridor. Bob on. That's all I'm looking for. Just a basic ass murder. All we have is a corpse, wound, and we have to go who stabbed X. That's all I need. It's a bit of a show, but like I understand. It means potentially not be Toko, but also not be Toko. The answer is that she's not just one person, but multiple people, right? I mean, sure. Wait. How do I do this bit? Oh, it's the spelling thing. So. Shit, I don't understand what I'm trying to do. What am I trying to spell? It is this. I was warned of this. Where's... I need a Z. I don't need no.
Now I understand.
I mean, this is just the game dating itself a little bit.
Is it because Genocide Jack has a split personality?
Huh?
I think I read that somewhere in the file too. They thought that the suspect might have, what did they call it? Dissociative identity disorder.
Well, that's not just what they call it, Makoto. That's what it is. Yeah. I'm now back reading through chat because my thing wasn't working for a little second. Yeah, no. I have a lot to say on this specifically. Like, a couple of you might know the depths of how much I could just vomit out right now on this being presented as evil, and you know it's handled like, of course the DID character is a murderer. Like, it's I don't know why I didn't. Well, it wasn't like obvious yet, so I guess the point to bring it up is now. And like, what the fuck? Like, I get it. It's an old game. There are a lot of things I will let slide, particularly like use of language. Like, the word was spelled out in the section just gone. We can write that off as the game being from 2009. But Soul, you are right. And for a game as big and, to be quite honest, as good as this, to play into that is I don't feel super great about it. Like, I'm gonna leave it. Guess what, buddy? No, go on. What am I guessing? Yeah, yeah. Because obviously Toko doesn't just vanish from here. Like, it would exist for the rest of this trial at the very least. But like, obviously, I know.
Oh, okay. But still, to go and say that about Miss Fukawa is
perfectly acceptable.
Like,
Toko's strange behavior after seeing the body is proof enough that she has a split personality.
that's a bit rough. That is not proof. Byakuya, put the crack pipe down. I don't know what evidence you usually handle, but this isn't evidence. That behavior change.
My God! You're talking about how she started acting totally different.
It's almost like people aren't rational when there's dead people involved, you mongs.
That's right. Think back. She fainted when she saw Chihiro's corpse, and then, when she woke up...
I mean, this was stupid. Admittedly, this was stupid. Hey, are you dead? Motherfucker, hey, are you dead? Small note for chat, I am actually going to pin this and read it out in full. Small note for chat and also to people watching the VOD now. People with DID aren't evil. Evil us don't truly exist. This is really not a good example. Go watch Moon Knight or something. It's better. Still not perfect, but better representation. I haven't seen Moon Knight, but I trust Saul on these sort of topics. She must have hit her head real hard when she fainted. I don't know why. I don't usually read out the flashback scenes to her, but like, we're gonna click through it. We'll just click through it. It is what it is. I don't know why I read that one.
That melancholy tone of hers completely disappeared.
Okay, sorry.
Assigning adjectives to my tone without permission.
There you go.
Not to mention, once she regained consciousness and saw Chihiro's body again, she was utterly calm.
Also, to my general understanding, alter switches aren't, you know, dramatic. I must see blood, go kaput, and then rise from the dead as a seasoned killer. This is how D&D works really well and how life might be. It's obviously exaggerated because it's an action show about a superhero. Yeah, that roughly checks out. I mean, I haven't seen the show, but it makes sense, like, with how you write a narrative.
In other words, within her is one personality that can handle blood, and one that obviously can.
Now this, if all of it was this, like, if it obviously very much could have been handled disproportionately better because it is handled, if we're being honest with ourselves, abhorrently in this. But like, if it was all stemming from a hemophobia, then you can work with that. People with DID don't get to become besties with gods. I hate to tell you guys.
So when Toko trapped herself in her room, it's because she was scared of Genocide Jack?
Yeah, this flashback. Yeah, so it should have been, like, obviously I've played the game before, so I didn't say anything at this point. So I could have touched on it here, but held off. I mean, like, obviously I'm going to touch on it
She
here.
locked herself in her room wasn't to keep other people from getting in.
It was like trying to lock the room mentally, I suppose.
To keep her other personality from getting out.
As well, it was both mental and, like, physical. I guess.
What?
Toko was afraid. Afraid of the murderous fiend inside of her. Of killing even more people.
Toko, if you don't, like... I know you don't. But Toko, please just clear the air. Like, represent DID well for us and just prove that Byakuya has a general misunderstanding.
Yeah.
Please. I know it doesn't happen, but please.
I do believe you misunderstood her. What she's trying to say isn't, how can you know all this? No. What she wants to know is, how could you tell them?
Huh?
Last night, just before Monokuma gave his motive speech, Toko and I had a strange conversation. She told me a most interesting story. She said a murderous fiend lived within her, and she was afraid it could appear and attack at any time.
Nah, she doesn't. Ah, well, piss. Fuck all of you then.
And that trepidation is what's caused her to have such a bleak attitude. Isn't that right, Toko?
This is all a lie. Right, Toko?
Unfortunately for everyone at the table, this cataclysmic representation of DID is in fact accurate.
You said you wouldn't tell anyone.
What?
You promised. I can't believe you lied.
You have only yourself to blame. You came to me with your tragic little story. I didn't ask
No,
you to.
Byakuya, you're an asshole.
This is the real world, not some romantic fantasy fairy tale. Besides, you broke your promise first. You said that as long as you were here, no matter what, you wouldn't let Genocide Jack kill anyone.
Problem, Toko's... Whole evil auto thing makes me upset. Like, you know the same system... You know the same system I do that has a mean auto, but he's so chill, yeah. Just got to it, yeah. His actions don't harm us. Yeah, no, I agree. So that is just... That is spot on. Like, we both know the system, and like, he's got alters that are some of my closest friends. I mean, one in particular, but My point, generally speaking, holds.
But in spite of that promise,
You said if I kept my promise, you would go out with me.
I doubt you said that.
That's the only reason I promised.
how many times do I have to tell you? I never said that.
Yeah, I'm with Byakuya on this one.
But you weren't able to do it. You just couldn't resist that rush you got from killing, could you?
Again, not how different alters and this sort of shit works, Byakuya. Fundamental misunderstanding.
I tried. I swear I tried to control it.
But your efforts were useless. What a disappointment.
I hate you.
Well, the opening act is nearly finished. All that's left is to hear from the person in question directly.
The person? You don't mean...
Who else does he mean, you daft twat? I hate it when they do this in like media. They'll be like, "You don't mean." Like, obviously they fucking mean. Yeah, this isn't how this works. It's not kadunk and then this.
Oh, hello there. Is it me you were hoping to see?
Oh, yeah. Also, hi. Also, this just rams home my point about the DID depiction here being fucking horrific.
What the heck? So you figured it out, huh? Well, whatever. What are you gonna do?
I hope to fuck I don't have to voice you later.
I'm the ultimate murderous fiend, Genocide Jack! Or better yet, let's go with Genocide Jill!
What the fuck is this?
Good question.
Toko, what happened to
In
you?
the context of the game and how bad this is, but also like, what the fuck is this? To me, can come off as like the hideous DID representation. I go, what the fuck is this?
Not Toko. That's a loser name. And what happened is a textbook split personality.
No, what happened is a fucking stereotype. God, I'm trying to hold back so fucking much. Yeah. Wish we took as a yeah. No, I have to. I have to.
What if one of them happens to be a serial
Yeah,
killer?
well, it's actually something to
The
talk now as well.
girlfriend I once found?
Yeah, I know. But like there's so I have so much to fucking say and so much of it that I just can't. But categorically, Danganronpa, what the fuck were you doing? Like I thought like how queer queer topics and being gay and stuff was handled in base game P5 especially was bad. And this isn't a this it's the only real black mark on P5 because it is my favorite game I've ever made. But this Danganronpa, this Like, if the queer representation in P5 is bad, then this is fucking abhorrent. I'm sorry. I hate to do this to you, Danganronpa, because you're such a fantastic game. But this is going to go down as my least favourite part of all of this to do. Simply because of all of this. And how the Genocide Jack stuff in general is handled.
So intense.
Like they say, sound in murderous mind, sound in murderous body.
This one is so different from the one we've come to know.
Yes, well, the world is composed of a front and a back, you know.
This word I like.
Just like how every inning has a top and a bottom, or how in the depths of every truth lives a little lie. Behind every dark and gloomy soul lives another that shines as bright as the sun!
This is beyond insane. No, the representation is what's beyond insane, Makoto. Because so far, the only explanation she has is you should wait for some bike shoots blood cost Toko need that deal with it, but they will be a protector, not a prosecutor. Yeah. Yeah. That sounds about right. Again, I'll try to. No. You're perfectly valid to critique. I've got things I want to say too, but I am penned into not being able to say.
Miss Jack, Jill, can I ask you a question?
Go on.
Some of us think you might be the mastermind behind our entire situation. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, I'll tell you, I am the mastermind of all masterminds!
Not what you needed to say in the situation.
Kidding!
Then it's not true?
Of course it's not true! How dare you try to link me to that creepazoid?
Monokuma, you're not helping the situation.
The police and government and society in the outside world are totally powerless! I mean, they just let this idiotic, bloodthirsty maniac go buck wild all over town!
I'm starting to fall asleep at the wheel here.
I'm a bloodthirsty maniac, but life is pain, right? To live is to hurt other people.
Well, so it doesn't help that they're villainizing her actively. Yep, I mean, they do think she killed their friend. So, like, I sort of understand. But it is still wrong. Like, if one of my friends had died and one of the suspects was a serial killer, I wouldn't be too happy with said serial killer either.
It's a necessary evil if you want to survive. The act of living itself causes pain for everyone. Just kidding again!
No, the general sentiment of what you're saying was right. I think, broadly.
This should be enough to convince you. This murderous fiend is responsible for Chihiro's death. There's clearly a motive, so there should be no doubt.
Yeah, no, I agree.
A motive?
Remember what Monokuma told us? If someone didn't murder and graduate within 24 hours, an embarrassing memory or secret would be revealed. Well, let's assume that Toko's secret was about Genocide Jack. If a secret like that came to light, Toko's life would have undoubtedly been forever ruined. So she had a very clear motive to never have that side of herself exposed.
Interesting. Very, very, very interesting. But sorry, as much as I hate to admit it, I'm not the culprit.
Huh?
But I cannot imagine anyone other than you could murder someone in such a bizarre fashion.
Maybe so, but nevertheless, it's the truth.
And I believe it.
Do you really expect any of us to believe you?
Makoto, come forward.
Yeah. I could never believe a word you say, you monster.
Maybe. Maybe she's right, but something's still bothering me. Then I get some of the other orders. Right, we're back in actual gameplay. The accused her of murder, but it shouldn't be the only motive being that she's some stats of the dead body is the thing. Yeah, so you are spot on. Like,
Sorry, but I didn't kill anyone.
No, I don't need the space.
But do you really expect any of us to believe it?
We need to get a lay of the land first, anyway.
If you had an alibi, that would change things.
Oh, an alibi, huh? Now we're talking.
When you compare your past murders to this incident, the modus operandi matches completely.
I think it's this I'm gonna hold.
Do we need? Give it up.
Yeah.
You killed her.
Yeah, that'd be a clear statement right before the end. No, turn auto off.
Sorry, but I didn't
Right.
say that.
We're gonna skip when Baker is talking.
When you compare your past murders to this, the modus operandi matches.
There we go.
No, that's wrong. Are the methods of murder really exactly the same? I'm not so sure about that. I think there's a slight difference between the Genocide Jack cases and this one.
Huh? How's it any different?
Uh-oh, you don't know? Well then, human garbage, let me tell you!
That's a bit much on Hero.
I murder with passion and conviction. I consider
And with scissors.
myself a professional, and I have a very particular way of
What happened to the sound? I didn't do anything. Nothing happened to the sound. My connection's fine. I'm gonna see if OBS does drop frames. It doesn't. I haven't dropped frames. Everything seems fine. That. Yeah, that didn't happen. I can see, but that like just didn't occur.
Imagine you go to a fancy Italian restaurant. They're very picky about the noodles, the sauce, everything. But what happened to Chihiro? It'd be like if that same Italian restaurant started using ragu or Chef Boyardee. This is no creation of mine.
Yeah, no, I don't know what's happened there then. It's just one of them things, I
Let me
guess.
rephrase that in a way that maybe makes more sense.
I was talking and the game audio is obviously on.
There are two clear differences between the Genocide Jack cases and this one.
There's one clear difference between the murders and the photos from the Genocide Jack cases. And I can somewhat say a clear difference. Failure. They're killed by stabbing, not
The cause of death is different.
by bludgeoning.
In the Genocide Jack murders, all the victims were killed the same way. According to the case file, they were all apparently killed with a pair of scissors.
Imagine having a pair of scissors, like, bastard enough to stab into concrete walls. Like, that pierces a hole in a concrete fucking wall. It's a pair of chuffing scissors. And it pierces that hole in that concrete wall after piercing a hole in a guy.
But Chihiro died from a blow to the head, right?
Ah, yes. That is remarkably different from the other murders.
Wouldn't it be strange for someone who kills the same way without fail to suddenly change their method? And there's more. One more conflicting detail.
That's right. In my recipe of murder, if the bloody message is the tortellini, then the arrangement of the body would be the pesto sauce.
Could you please stop comparing killing people to cooking?
It's funny, Hero.
So,
Let her have.
are you saying the other difference has to do with how the body was arranged?
Oh, the background music feels too loud. Can I change it? Why is the BG? No. Why is the BGM like sky high? Put the BGM down to the low so it'll go. Cause it's starting to get on my nerves. That's right. The second difference is related to how she was suspended. In the photos of the other Genocide Jack cases, all the other victims were stabbed through the hands. Here, I'll see if the other difference. What was used to suspend her? She was used rope.
Remember what the killer used to
Of
suspend
lace.
her?
Or whatever the hell.
They used some kind of rope to hang her up by her wrists.
What is your point?
The Genocide Jack victims get stabbed.
Well, in all the previous Genocide Jack cases, something else was used to suspend them. Specifically, pairs of razor-sharp scissors.
And guess what? I used my own specially designed scissors for the murders and the arrangements. Like I said, I'm a professional, so naturally I'm very picky about the tools I use. And you know what else?
That was kind of funny.
Big Mac said there's two differences, but he's wrong.
Big Mac.
Big Mac? Are you referring
What do you mean,
to me?
he's twink?
Listen up, Big Mac. There's actually
He's a twink. Who the fuck you're a Big Mac? Oh god, there's a message now. Oh, you got people like I said who may come across, especially when you first meet them. But it's just because that's all they've known as a defense mechanic of affirming that their evil isn't exactly going to help their own internal stereotypes. So as I said before, yes, she might have killed her, but going, look, this is all she does. Her existence is the reason she was murdered. Doesn't exactly help. I don't blame her for crashing out. Yeah, no, bang on. Like, no. I fully reason with you. Like, I remember how I was a little bit like with Zed at the start, and through obviously you being a massive help with this and knowing the guy. He's a perfectly fine dude. He's really good at DDR. Like, all us aren't this characterized and stereotyped. Like, this is bullshit. They're people. Like, as we've said, like, I was initially quite rough with my handling as Ed at the start. But he is just a guy. He's a kind of angry guy, but that's kind of why he's there, isn't it? He is emotional police because he's needed for our friend. And he's a twink. I don't think it's so far off. It's just going fat and big back. That is so bad. You are so twink.
Huh? My word, you really didn't notice? Take a look at who the victims were in each genocide.
That's the standard for me. He's not far off.
There's a pattern there, just waiting to be discovered.
A pattern?
Figure that out, and it'll be plain as death why I couldn't have possibly killed that little lolly girl.
Jesus Christ! They're all rich men. There's a pattern for the genocide characters. Lives are evicted. What Lotus is. Sure was a girl. Yeah, she only killed like rich men. I'm so hungry. I'll be back. Ain't no fucking way. What, you ain't no fucking way.
Bingo, bullseye, right on the money.
What are you talking about?
In all the genocide Jack cases, all the victims had something in common.
She just straight up got called lolly, like, 20 fucking seconds ago. There's, like, I will, because it is an older game, forgive the use of language. Like, I would let the lolly thing slide. Like, there are certain, like, use of language is the thing I'm most forgiving on in older media. Like, I've played a lot of games from this sort of time period and earlier. That's real. I'll give you that. Ken Harada 32, Tetsuhiro Honda 17, Shoji Gaku 23, Kano Ise 14, and Takeshi Yoshida 30. Komatsu Taro, Takafumi Gono, Uchida Naoya, Takeshi Masume, Yuto Yumejima, and there was no end.
They were all guys?
See.
That's right! The people I kill with such passion and conviction are all adorable little men!
Yeah.
I can't believe I said it! I'm so embarrassed!
PQE next, mate.
I can't help it! I'm just a full-throttle boy-on-boy fan now!
The syllables with Japanese names and then Jill. She's Yaoi lover. Big up the Yaoi. Who doesn't love Yaoi though? Get it, Jill. Get that Yaoi girl.
But now I'm on the fast track to becoming a full-fledged fan madam!
Big up the Yaoi.
Since Chihiro was a girl and not an adorable little man, you wouldn't kill her?
Would an Italian chef suddenly start making ramen just because they're both noodles? Don't be stupid.
What is it with you and Italian restaurants?
Conviction to cross that line. That's the absolute reality of the one and only.
We get it. You've clearly explained your hobby and your philosophy.
She's innocent, Byaku, you move on.
To it.
Just because you want this girl out your goddamn life.
It's a different matter entirely. When you're forced to kill in order to survive.
Quiet, lowly cur!
Lowly? Cur?
Oh, Byaku's just been fucking shot.
I would never kill for a reason as petty as mere survival.
Big up.
And if by some fluke I did kill to survive, why would I bother with the message and arrangement? It'd make me the obvious suspect.
That
Good.
does make some amount of sense.
No shit.
Plus, whatever reason I have for killing, I would never leave out my prized scissors. Who would go out of their way to use a big, stupid, heavy dumbbell?
Could you lift that dumbbell physically?
Maybe you used the dumbbell because you couldn't find any scissors in the school?
Wrong.
Any scissors? I don't just use any scissors. I only use my own set of high-class and
Since she was a girl, I thought it was a femboy. Would have been funny. It's a bit early for that. This game comes out yesterday. Then yeah, that happens and it's funny. And I'm like, big up femboy representation and that.
Okay, whatever. There still aren't any in the school.
Are you sure about that?
Swing, but I use Time Gazer Magician and Stargazer Magician and set the pendulum scale. I am sorry, that is not. But the hands, it's just doing the clock thing, and it's but the Time Gazer Magician. But also, this is not the moment for shit like Time Gazer Magician.
She's fully equipped.
That's right, so I can kill anywhere, anytime. Why would I resort to dumbbells or rope when I have my trusty
Can you imagine Danganronpa cast, but it's just Yu-Gi-Oh duels? Yeah. You know what? If I beat you in a duel, you must admit to murdering this poor person.
Go ahead, tell me I'm wrong. You can't, can you? Gutter dogs, all of you.
Would all of the races be?
How to tie a good knot. The rope's totally out of the question anyway.
Or main mechanics. I don't know. I'm trying to think of like who gives off like vibes of like Yu-Gi-Oh characters to see if I can like draw inspiration from that. I think Makoto's got like the type of deck where the main monster is like greater than the sum of its parts. Like he's got a bunch of like weak bullshit, but then he's able to get out something really busted if things go his way, and things will go his way because he's got plot armor. So maybe Makoto's got some sort of like synchro deck. Oh. No, I wouldn't. Makoto, I guess that's kind of like the epitome of the point I'm trying to make. But like, there's not enough give. Like, there's not enough wiggle room with Exodia, I don't think. That's why I think like the Yu-Gi-Oh anime cannon off Exodia so early on, whilst being a little heartbreaking, and I think you can do a little more with Yu-Gi and Exodia, is ultimately a good move, because there's just not that much there's not that much room to work with if you're using Exodia all the fucking time. With Yugi's transition to the Dark Magician in the Summon Skull, in Gaia the Fierce Knight, in later Gaia Dragon Champion, and so on and so on. there's a lot more to do there, and that's also why I quite like. I do. I don't know if they're here or if they're like my mum's in Newcastle. I think they're here, but don't hold me to account on that. I mean, it's fine because I'm almost certain DM's on Netflix, and if it's not, I'm almost certain it's available on the Yu-Gi-Oh YouTube channel. My GX DVD will definitely have that.
I have no idea what's going on anymore. Could such a heinous villain really be
Gaia, the fierce knight! But she's the Greek goddess.
But the body really was suspended,
But Yu-Gi-Oh,
right?
like,
And nobody but the police knew about that.
but like, Yu-Gi-Oh DM's about Egyptian mythos, not Greek.
Yeah. That's why we figured it had to be the real deal and not some copycat killer or whatever.
Well, there's one person. One person who could have copied the genocide jar cases. Right, it's... Where is he? This asshole.
Here's my answer.
Yeah,
Byakuya,
it is.
It's possible you could have found out, isn't it? You'd have no problem gaining access to classified government documents or internal police records.
Because as we established last time, Byakuya is in the fucking Illuminati.
Plus, you'd already looked through the Genocide Jack file before this all happened, hadn't you?
Are you saying Mr. Togami did it?
No.
Then the reason he pushed the theory of Genocide Jack being the killer so hard was...
Pause, why did Rambo have a Twitch notification saying new Portal game? What? Oh, it's a mod. It's a mod, it's a mod. We don't need to sound the alarm.
Because he wanted to pin the crime on her.
So, he rearranged the scene to disguise it and make it look like I put my stamp on it. The adorable glasses man was behind it all. Oh, I'm on fire!
Well, Byakuya, what's your response?
Say something, dickhead.
So now the suspicion falls on me. Then I must ask, when would you say I began acting suspicious?
Byakuya didn't do it.
Surely you must have an answer.
Not a chance. He rearranged it, I think, though. I think he rearranged the scene, but I don't think he did it.
Thinking about it now, the way you were acting right before we discovered the body was a little strange. You wanted to go to the girls' locker room right away, right? But since you're a guy...
I should have naturally thought of the boys' locker room first. Is that what you want to say? The victim was Chihiro, a girl. Hence why I said we should check the girls' locker room.
Nothing strange about that, I'd say.
On the contrary, there's something very strange.
Freak!
Okay then, what's so strange about it? Go ahead, share with the rest of the class.
Was a clear contradiction what Byakuya just said. Make clear, everyone. You know what? Yes, please. Yes, please. You know something called a truth flashback? If you aim at a weak spot and hold down that mouse button, then you'll memorize the weak spot. The memorized phrase can only be shot once as a single truth bullet. If you shoot or change the truth bullet, it will disappear from the cylinder. However, you can use this flashback feature as many times as you want. If you don't even have the answer to a lie or contradiction in your load of truth bullets, if you wish to memorize a different weak spot, you make it. That's it, flashback is replicating that's fine. In that case, though, I will say if you don't use a flashback, you won't be refuting anything. Well, then, good luck, everyone. Right, so I need to find out what I'm supposed to. But I'm not supposed to use Monokuma File 2 here. I need food that I can go get food, I'll still be here.
So, you said Byakuya was acting kind of weird before we found the body.
Right, yeah.
But he
We just
was
need to lay them
acting
on.
weird... how?
If you're presented with the opportunity to check out the girls'
No,
locker
okay,
room, that's a natural reaction.
No.
The victim was Chihiro, who was a girl. So of course I would suggest we check the girls' locker room.
Hold on, I'm gonna... Controls. Well, what is
There
exactly?
was no time for pointless distractions. What's
Right.
so strange about that?
What do you say last?
I wish you'd taken me with you.
No. Okay, I didn't make a contribution to that. Right.
So, you said Byakuya was acting kind of weird before we found the body. But he was acting
No.
weird.
I know
How?
what I need to do. I know what I need to do. I know what I need to do. I know what I need to do.
That's unnatural.
The victim
Yada
had
yada
to
yada
kill
yada
a
yada
force.
yada
There
yada.
was no time. What's so strange?
I know what I need to do now. I got it. I got it. I got it. So imagine the plot twist is Chihiro being a boy, they're making it really obvious she's a girl. I guess, yeah.
So, you said Byakuya was acting kind of weird
Give me
before we
this.
found the body. But he was acting weird. How?
If you're presented with the opportunity to check out the girls' locker room,
I know
that's
where we're going. We're
unnatural.
going to
The
be curious.
victim was
One of this.
Chihiro, so of
I
course
missed!
I would suggest we
Check the girl. There was no time. What's so strange?
I wish you'd taken me with you.
I couldn't even hit target. This is bollocks. At least know what I'm trying to do.
So, you said Byakuya was acting kind of weird
Right.
before we found. But he was acting.
If you're
Aware.
presented with the opportunity, that's unnatural.
The victim
Was Chihiro.
There you go.
No, that's wrong. I'll tell you what's so strange about that. Because up until we actually discovered the body, we couldn't have known who the victim was. So your claim that you went to the girls' locker room first because Chihiro was the victim doesn't hold up.
I see. That's a good answer, I must admit. Interesting. Very interesting indeed. But your reasoning is still too...
Correction, she wasn't a girl. Oh, not yet, not yet, not yet.
What's wrong? Is that it? Surely you've got more than that. Go ahead. Show us.
What's with Biku's attitude? It's like he doesn't even care. Got him cornered, but that has nothing to do with him.
What's the matter? You're not finished already, are you? There must be more to it.
There is. I think.
There is more to it. Think about it.
Hi, Kyoko.
We just talked
Here
about
comes the
differences
fucking
between
cavalry.
this case and past Genocide Jack incidents. The proof you're looking for is hidden in there.
At least we've moved on from Genocide Jack being the potential bad guy.
Proof that I'm the culprit, you mean?
No! The difference between this and the other Genocide Jack one was a proof Biku is responsible. Oh, for fuck's sake! The desk... The desk lamp? Maybe I use a flashback thing again.
Between the cases? You want me to explain it again?
No.
When I want to kill, I use my very own special scissors.
That's not in
I
dispute.
use those same scissors to arrange the body.
That's not in dispute.
But Chihiro was suspended with. It was some kind of rope. Was it not?
That's right. It absolutely was.
Was it really a rope?
Then there must be something very fishy indeed about that rope.
I guess this is why we use the lamp. Yeah, I do like Kyoko as well.
I'd never seen that rope before in my life.
Bastard.
No, that's wrong.
There we go.
Actually, I'm pretty sure you have seen it before.
Because it's from the chuffing lamp.
Because, you see, that rope, or should I say,
Wire.
that extension cord?
What? An extension cord?
He's right.
Byakuya, you've used the
I'll get
extension
some
cord in
food
the
now. I'm
library
hungry. If
more
there's
than
chicken nuggets in the
once,
freezer, I'll
haven't
put them
you?
in the fryer. Good call, good call.
And the same extension cord that was in the library all this time went missing after the murder. And there's no way someone who uses that extension cord as much as you do wouldn't discover that fact.
Then Byakuya must be the one who took the extension cord. I can't imagine any other possibility.
You haven't proved he killed her. All you've proved is that...
That's really what you think? Then your conclusion is something like this? I killed Chihiro in the girls' locker room, then hung her up and wrote that bloody message. I intentionally made it look like Genocide Jack was behind it. Is that about right?
No, not entirely. He's doing it again. He's totally calm, unconcerned. So he's not even involved.
What's wrong? I asked you if you think that's what happened.
Hell yes, that's what happened. So that's it, right? Byakuya's the killer.
No.
Don't disagree with not disagreeing.
He kept calling this a game, right? So he'd be totally willing to do something like this to win.
Wait.
Sorry, but could we hold on just a second? I think we need to talk about this a little more.
Huh? Do we really need to? We've already decided who did it.
It weren't him.
I know, but still, there's something that's still bothering me.
Is that right? And what, pray tell, is still bothering you?
Pray tell, young threepence, where best spend ye?
I killed her in the girls' locker room, then disguised my crime. Specifically, I dressed it up to make it look like it was the work of a homicidal psychopath.
Look at Monokuma just cackling
What
away.
about all that bothers you?
You didn't actually do the kill. Was I just know something's not right? She's what was definitely found in the girls' locker room, but does that mean? Can we just... No, I mean, there's definitely something about what I said. Scene of the crime.
I got it! You say you killed Chihiro in the girls' locker room, right? But are you sure about that? Isn't it possible that the murder took place somewhere else?
How disappointing. What kind of question is that? Even in the world of disappointments, this is a true letdown. She was found dead in the girls' locker room.
That's not what's in dispute.
No question about that. How could the scene of the crime have
He's
been
being so
anywhere
sarcastic,
else?
and as an Englishman, I love it.
Well, I think it's entirely possible that she was killed somewhere else, then carried there later, along with the rest of the murder scene.
The
Rest of the murder scene? The carpet in the poster.
That was awfully specific. Please tell me you have a reason for saying all of that.
I believe I do.
Okay, did I just take you off guard? Well, the story didn't move the crime scene Byakuya, who'd been confident until now. Maybe Byakuya never realized the actual scene of the crime could have been somewhere else.
Hey, don't just move on without permission. What do you mean she was killed somewhere else?
Watch.
Come on, Makoto. If there's any chance the murder took place somewhere else, let's see the proof.
That was the carpet. The posters.
I got it! The proof that she was killed somewhere else is the poster that's hanging in each locker room.
Your proof is some posters?
The poster in the girls' locker room was a picture of a big-boobed supermodel. But don't you think that's kind of strange? Why would the girls' locker room have a poster like that?
I bet those massive jugs of hers were totally...
Well, Ed.
Meanwhile, the boys' locker room had a poster of the super popular boy band Tornado. Again, that
I like the
doesn't
little
really
twinkie guy
seem
with
to
the blue hair in
belong
the front.
a boys' locker room.
So you're saying that maybe the posters were
He's kind of cute.
staged?
But
And
yes.
there's one other thing I noticed about the locker rooms. You know what I'm talking about, right, Sakura?
You're referring to my protein coffee, aren't you?
I mean, it sounds vile, but yes.
Protein coffee?
Yeah, I'm with this guy.
While I was in the girls' locker room earlier, I spilled some protein coffee on the carpet. But I noticed that after the murder, the stain had been totally scrubbed away.
I thought the stain was scrubbed away. It was moved. So now we use the carpet.
I got it! The stain on the girls' locker room carpet wasn't scrubbed away.
God, the sun.
In fact, I found it on the boys' locker room carpet.
That's definitely the stain from my protein coffee.
Then, does that mean that the carpets were switched too? But why would anyone do that?
To move the murder scene from one locker room to the other. It's certainly plausible, don't you think? What? In other words, in order to completely swap the scene of the crime, the bloodstained poster and carpet were moved along with the dead body. By doing this, the killer was able to change the entire room where the murder took place.
But now we need a reason why that happened.
I can certainly follow your reasoning, but why would the culprit bother
Yeah,
doing that?
like, based on the evidence, he's right. But why?
Why would they go through all that trouble of switching the scene of the crime?
Who knows?
Actually, an even bigger question. If the murder did take place in the boys' locker room, Then how did Chihiro get in the boys' locker room in the first place?
Good question, Celeste.
To get into the locker rooms, you have to swipe your e-handbook across the card reader device. But Chihiro's handbook should have only allowed her access to the girls' locker room. She had no way to get into the boys' locker room to begin with.
No, she did have a way, and I can tell you what it was.
Oh, okay.
I highly doubt that.
Go on.
Shut up! I'm telling you, I know how she could have done it.
Is he right? Okay, yeah. The handbooks? The ones the ones next to the door? Yeah, see, broken new handbook. That's the way he's gonna go for. But Leon's is broke.
Is it really possible? Could Chihiro really have gotten into the boys' locker?
Ah! I've got it! She must have hacked her e-handbook.
Reasonable.
She was the ultimate programmer after all. I'm sure that would have been no problem.
Maybe that's
for
the
her.
bit we have to take as well.
No, I don't think that's it.
Oh god, what do you want?
She used the thing that was in the main hall.
Huh? What?
I know what he's on about.
I'm talking about Leon's handbook, of course.
Get it? I miss.
That. She could get into the boys' locker room, no problem.
Well, at least we know what we're going for. No, piss off. Right, we're skipping the hero section at the end. I got cock blocked by a fucking pink thing.
She must have hacked. She was the ultimate. I'm sure that would have. No,
Just slow it down a bit too, and pull the trigger.
I'm talking about Leon's handbook.
Just do that.
No, that's wrong.
I'm back. No chicken nuggets, but leftover quesadilla instead. Fair play to you. I've still not had quesadilla to this
I
point.
don't think Chihiro used Leon's handbook.
But it seems good in concept. So.
Because Leon's handbook was broken.
We've moved on to the scene of the crime miscellaneously moved.
Oh.
And Makoto was able to
Well,
defend that.
then, yeah, I guess that'd be pretty impossible, huh?
I am struck silent by how quickly you gave up.
Wow.
Plus, isn't there a regulation against
No.
using someone else's handbook?
Actually, the rule states that loaning your handbook is prohibited. It says nothing about borrowing one. In other words, you could borrow a dead person's handbook all you want, and you'd be safe.
Yup, yup, yup. Hit the nail square on the noggin.
Of course, if it were broken, that wouldn't make any sense anyway.
So then, she must have hacked hers, like I said. She used her ultimate programmer skills.
What are the handbooks again? The weird ID things that also have a map of the building. And also store the information about the crime. The F1 menu. When I hit F1 and the thing comes up, that's the handbook. This. Report card.
You can't fix an e-handbook. The instant you open one up, a security buzzer starts blaring.
So, if she didn't use Leon's handbook, and
Damn,
she
that
didn't
bitch tiny.
modify her own handbook,
Which bitch? Who's small?
Maybe Mr. Naegi's initial assumption is just wrong?
Oh, Makoto, yeah. Yeah, Makoto's
It seems like
cataclysmically
there's
small.
no
He's
way
quite.
she could have got into the boys' locker room. So I guess.
You know, is Makoto like the smallest bit? Report card. Makoto. 5'3", Taka 5'9", Byakuya 6'1", Mondo 6'2", Leon 5'9", Hifumi 5'7", Yasuhiro 6'4", Sayaka 5'5", Kyoko 5'6", Aoi 5'3", Toko 5'4", Sakura 6'4", Celeste 5'5", Junko 5'7", okay, Chihiro 4'10", Makoto 5'3". So he's the second shortest person out of this entire crew. The shortest person left, and the other person is the 4'10" Chihiro, who you kind of rule out.
Okay then, I vote for Byakuya.
I don't. Wait a minute, we're not done. Is that it then? Chihiro's killed in the... Yeah, no. But there's something else.
Hold on a second.
I'm with...
I agree with you, though. I think you're on the right track.
What the... You finally decide to open your mouth and that's what you've got to say? There's no way she could get in the boys' locker room, right? So...
Why are you so sure she couldn't get in? There's still one other way she could have gained access.
What?
Kyoko about to drop a bombshell.
What are you talking about?
to explain that. Why don't we take a little break from the trial? I'd like you all to come see something.
Wait. Just what do you think you're doing?
Don't worry. This'll make the whole trial more exciting. I'm sure that thought must please you.
Still at 5'4", 10 pounds lighter than Makoto, Gordon, and Big Mac here.
Huh? It'll make
I
things
told you
more
it was silly.
exciting? Well, all right then. I declare an official class trial recess.
I don't think this ever happens again, guys.
For real?
Now then, what is it you want to show us? It better not be boring or I'll be very unhappy.
Oh, I have no doubt it'll meet your lofty expectations. So, shall we go?
And just like this class trial, I am going to give me no, wrong one. I am going to put this own stream on hold and go get a drink. You can watch that for like a minute. I need a drink. Right, are we back from adverts? No, we're not. There's not like 10 seconds left. I'll just check this. Right, I think that's us back from adverts now. So, no, we've had our own little break. We'll get back in. I've not shut that window. Hold on. I don't think I've shut this window. Also, I know it's made a shite load of noise with the blind just there. I managed to like not quite fix my blind, but like managed to like actually go all the way down. Because I had to spend half an hour fanning on with the blind earlier. Because this blind's a little fucked. The cords just don't fucking work. It fell out, dropped it. No, it was just the blind. Anyway, on we go. Where she took us was. Please say, oh, this isn't going to be voiced. We're at the medicine. Swish.
The girls' locker room?
Oh, it's voiced.
We've already searched this place top to bottom. What are you trying to pull, Missy?
You just call that Missy.
I'd like you to examine the victim's body one
You're
more
not
time.
all collectively about 17. You want to check again?
Be sure to examine the entire body very carefully.
Examine her carefully? Like using our hands? No way!
Jesus Christ.
It's probably best if I don't run my hands all over a girl's dead body.
It's not that I'm creeped out or anything, it's just based on religious grounds, you know?
Religious grounds.
Very well. I'll do it.
But you're a girl.
No, it's okay. I think Chihiro would rather have a girl examine her. So just leave this to me.
Sakura the ghost.
Sakura?
Takoshi's the only one out of this group with any fucking bollocks.
Some kind of secret girl on girl action? You two are about? That's not it at all. Stop screwing around.
Yuri love her too.
Okay.
Just
Here I go.
every kind of gay.
I'm sorry, Chihiro. Please excuse the intrusion.
Putting her hands together in a brief prayer, Sakura then quickly began to examine the body.
Be sure to check her entire body, and I believe we will solve this particular mystery.
Her entire body? I know you say that, but
You'll see the double date thinks it's Yaoi and Yuri, not straight on straight.
what? This is... What is this?
Why has she turned into fucking Goku?
What is it? Not possible. It's not possible.
Why have you turned into Go? What the fuck is this? Why did you go Super Saiyan? Sakura's eyes were staring wildly at Chihiro's lifeless form. A massive frame trembled.
This girl is
what?
Is a boy.
Dun dun dun! I'm sorry, if you had worked this out and you're watching the VODs back, I'm sorry. There's about 3 of you. Yes, I know you called it. So oh, fair enough. I obviously did. I had to be careful with how I handled all this because I knew. Like, I thought you were saying this from the perspective of someone who knew. Fair enough. Fair enough. Like, I obviously did know. But yeah, you were right about that. They made it.
See. So she was actually a he. Interesting. Thank you for confirming this fact.
Yeah, they were mentioning that Chihiro was a girl a little too much. Yeah, it's just solid logic. We're making it a little too on the nose. But also,
You're joking, right?
no.
I wouldn't joke about this.
Why are you Super Saiyan?
Then it's really true?
Chihiro was a guy?
Femboy representation.
Oh, what? You guys didn't know? Heck, I knew that right off the
You
bat.
have to know.
Chihiro Fujisaki was totally a guy.
He was a cross-dresser?
I wish I had killed him.
I read that before she finished speaking. Kill all femboys, I guess, Jill. Kill all femboys, but like slash pause, I think.
So that's what Kyoko wanted to show everyone, huh?
Wait, how did Sakura gather that information? Did Sakura just like feel a little pecker? Did she just like stick her hands up and be like, wait, that's a dick and balls? Time to turn into Vegeta. This is how that went down.
Yes, that certainly does make things much more exciting. Now let's ride this wave of excitement back to the courtroom.
Maybe should kneel down to examine and saw up the skirt. But like underwear.
I do apologize for keeping you waiting. Now then, let's resume the class trial. We've all just learned of the shocking revelation that Chihiro was actually a boy. Let's pick up from there.
Yes, well, I don't know his reason for hiding it, but the fact is, Chihiro was not a girl, but a boy.
I think Chihiro was actually a guy. Thought never.
And because the victim was male, he would have had no problem gaining access to the boys' locker room.
Not really hide a dick that well in underwear made for feminine anatomy. You can like, okay, I wouldn't know. Where was I gonna go with this? I thought you were gonna say something about like erections, and it was gonna be like erections ought to do with blood flow, so that can't happen when you're dead.
Assuming his handbook did, in fact, list his gender as male, then yes, that would be true.
Of course his handbook said he was a boy. He dressed like a girl, but he was a boy through and through.
So then, there should be no issue with Makoto's initial assertion. The victim was killed in the boys' locker room, and was then later moved to the
We
girls'
do
locker
need to
room.
establish why.
And the killer could have easily used Sayaka or Junko's handbook to get into the girls' locker room.
So Chihiro really was killed in the boys' locker room?
I still don't understand the motive for moving the body, but yes, that does seem plausible.
What do you mean I just outed myself? I said I... What? I mean, I know Slash silly, so like, eh. But I'm confused what your general point is. I guess.
Well, I must admit
I'm
that
probably
I
stuck.
did find it rather odd. I knew he felt a little off. There was a certain incongruity to his female body.
I don't know what that means.
This is the most titillating situation!
Tit. Point is, Kyoko's a lesbian.
So now everything has been connected. All the mysteries have finally become clear.
Okay, well, connected or clear or whatever. We still think you're the killer, remember?
Very interesting.
But you couldn't
This
do it,
has
was.
become very interesting indeed.
I don't actually remember. I know who the killer is, but I don't remember the general proceedings of the trial. Other than the Toko and Chihiro reveals, which have happened. So I'm gonna give my general thesis of someone did the killing, and then Byakuya has went back, seen the body, decided to fanny on with it. I reckon the killer moved. No, actually, I don't know. Yeah, man.
He's off in his own
I know who the
little
killer is.
world.
I know who the killer
What
is.
about you, Makoto? After everything we've learned, do you still think Byakuya's the killer?
No.
Well, without a doubt, Byakuya is the one that made Chihiro's death look like Genocide Jack did it.
This information is correct.
But I think he might not actually be the killer after all.
What? But aren't you the one who accused him in the first place?
He just seems to be too easygoing about all this. Like he's enjoying a solving.
And this is the point I was going to try and make. I think Byakuya fannied on with the body such that it would be an interesting mystery to solve because he's a fucking mentalist. I think Byakuya gets some sort of sick, twisted laugh out of watching all these little people use logic for once.
The way he's acting, it makes it seem like it doesn't have anything to do with him.
And you think that might be because it doesn't have anything to do with him?
That's kind of what he's just said, Celeste, you fucking moron.
Plus, the evidence he left behind was a little too... how can I put it? Overt. He consciously chose to use the extension cord, knowing it could connect him to the murder. At least, that's how I see it.
You're right.
Byakuya, when you found out the murder took place in the boys' locker room, it seemed to rattle you. And then again when you found out Chihiro was actually a guy.
So the body was moved by someone, presumably the killer, and then artfully arranged by Byakuya for the sake of solving the mystery. And now what we need to do is put the piece of who is the killer.
If you really were the killer, that stuff wouldn't have had
Give
any
him a
effect
photo
on
gun.
you.
He did it. No, actually, he didn't. No, but like, he's generally speaking right to. Like, he is more than valid to think it's Byakuya in that moment. But then as it unravels, yes, Byakuya did some shit he really didn't fucking need to. Like, he went through a bunch of effort for a bunch of nothing. Like, if you have... I see.
So that's your thinking, huh? Well, it bothers me that you don't have more concrete reasons, but it's fine. I guess I'll mark it as correct.
Yeah,
for the
Makoto's generally
time being.
speaking right.
Mark it as correct?
He's right. I am not the culprit. I just happened to come across the corpse in the girls' locker room and decided to alter it.
Are you fucking with us right now?
No, I am not effing with you right now.
Oh, be
I'm
cool.
telling
Yeah,
you
you
the
can
truth.
swear. I don't run a family-friendly program. You can tell Mondo to fuck off.
Well, I find it very hard to believe.
Go ahead. Find it very hard to believe. You're free to be executed along with the rest of us.
If you're really telling the truth, then why? Why do you do that to his body?
My reasons hardly matter right now. Uncovering the culprit is much more important, wouldn't you say? Now then, if it wasn't me, who was it?
Well, I don't think I can say for sure without talking about it a little more.
We're seriously gonna keep going? We're all good, aren't we? I thought it was clear.
We've just established that he didn't.
No, I'm with Makoto. If there's any doubt whatsoever, we need to explore every possibility.
I'm also with Makoto.
Because if we're wrong, we all die here.
That's true. Very well then. I'm with you too.
Damn straight. Count me in.
You
Do
freak.
you not have a mind of your own?
No,
Of course I do. What am I, an ant or something?
functionally.
Anyway, let's discuss this all as a group one more time. We still have time to make our decision.
That's very true.
Our lives are all on the line.
Excellent. Then shall we resume our game of hide and seek?
Why am I so tired? It's only like... If, assigned functional and at birth. First part of the dialogue. Second part of the dialogue. Second part of the dialogue. Yes, you idiots! Assigned functional. Yeah, so, no. Who's the real killer? Who murdered Jiro? We'll find out. 21 thing we know about the killer. Let's give it to gain access to real medicines, which means... Killer is a guy. The killer is Why is the killer is genocide Jack an option? Get fucked. Only one. Oh no, there's the second one. There they are. You were just able to somehow put your message perfectly in the middle of that fucking 2.5 second gap. Since Leon's handbook was apparently broke, the killer art user. In other words, it would have had to be in a blog. Still not enough funny clues. Yeah, I'm a fast typer. Celeste's account. Oh, what was Celeste's account? Fuck. Right, hold on, F1.
Isn't
Let me read Celeste's account. On the night of the murder, right before night time, Chihiro was spotted leaving the warehouse. It seemed like she was stuffing some blue exercise clothes into a duffel bag, presumably on her way to exercise. But the clothes were not found at the crime scene. Celeste had not told anyone other than Makoto about this. Oh.
Well, clues are one thing, but did nobody get a look at the killer?
No.
I'm sure if someone saw the killer, they would have said something by now.
perhaps someone saw the victim at some point? Even that might be enough for now.
So what have I got said next?
Yeah. All we need right now is any kind of
I'm
new
tempted
info.
by this,
It's
but I'm gonna
over.
wait.
It's all over. You want
I think that's where we're gonna
saw
go.
the victim? The killer, and only the
No,
killer.
it's that. There you go.
No, that's wrong.
The game really gives you 12 fucking minutes for the section. There's a lot to get through. And also, it's just to keep it consistent, like, later, because these sections are getting bigger and bigger each time. I fired in the middle and usually wait at the end. It's to account for, also, it's to account for, like, getting it wrong a couple of times, because this is only the second trial. It will get harder.
Now that you mention it, yes, I did see him.
Huh? Really?
Oh, but I suppose only Makoto knows about this. The rest of you had no idea, did you? That is why you're all making such ugly
Hi.
noises.
What the fuck? That was deafeningly loud. My alerts were. At least my alerts were. Thank you for the follow. But yes, hi. Bloody fuck. I need to turn them down when I work out how. I'm gonna see if I can do that now, just because, jeez, that's wet. Let's. Is there a way of turning these down? Visuals and sound. Volume. There we go. I don't have the settings for the alert menu in OBS. I had to open my Twitch thing, but it's fine. How to get a new account? Who are you for? Am I stupid for not like clocking on? You can do TES now if it does that. Totally not kidding. Oh yeah. No, I know who you are. I don't know how. I'll set up the TTS at some other point. I'm not doing it now.
Whatever. Just hurry up and tell us.
It was last night, right before nighttime. I saw Chihiro in the dormitory warehouse. I saw him stuffing a track jacket into a duffel bag. And then, I assume, he headed off to exercise.
A track jacket and a duffel bag? But we didn't find anything like that at the murder scene.
It seems likely that the culprit destroyed them to get rid of any evidence.
And that is when he said something that struck me as rather
Name's totally not Kitty. Yes, I'm a kitty named Cotton now. It's like a Pokemon evolution. Went from a person to pretending to not be a cat to just admitting you're a cat. This is like the Charizard.
Chihiro told me he was in a hurry. But why would he be in a hurry? Only if someone were waiting for him, I should think.
So, Mr. Fujisaki was on his way to meet with someone, and then they were going to work out together?
Oh, get bug. It's you. I'm sorry. I thought I'd fixed that. I saw the Nightbot pick up and assumed it was fucking, a bot. I thought I had fixed the Nightbot thing. I'll deal with that. I'm sorry.
But Hina and I had invited him to exercise with us plenty of times, and he always declined.
Donna Ken hates you.
Probably
Yeah, no.
he was
I'll
afraid
sort
you'd
it.
find out the secret he was hiding, right?
Which means that conversely, he must have trusted whoever he was meeting with very much. Enough so that he was willing to risk his secret being revealed.
Not have emotes banned.
What a marvelous
Yeah, we don't do emotes around here. There's never going to be any follower ones. There's never going to be any sub ones. That is a lie. There will be emotes eventually.
The point is, whoever he met up with is the culprit, right? So we just gotta figure out
There's
who
hype.
it was.
That's not mine. I didn't make hype. Hype's a default one, no? It's because we got that train once. That's not mine though.
But knowing what we know, I can't even guess.
No, you already have what you need to make the connection.
Kyoko, what's that smoke for?
Huh?
Why is Makoto's default pick just a like,
You know who the killer is.
just not as far? Can you stop trying to make me free shit? We've had this conversation before.
Seriously? Who is it? Who's
Like,
the killer?
I can't physically stop it. Like, if you were to do something and then send it to me, I wouldn't just not use it. I can just strongly advise that you don't make it. Rattling at the cage.
Think back to the track jacket and duffel bag the killer disposed of. Focus on the details of these items, and it should
I'm
become
Mondo
obvious
right now.
who was waiting for him.
Look, I can't officially sanction a request. I can't make a request that I can't pay for.
Are you sure about that?
And if I want to,
You
we
really
go.
think we can figure out who did it based on 2 pieces of evidence that we don't have?
Look, so we have this conversation on a weekly basis.
What? You want to track down some fingerprints or something?
Even if we had the equipment for that, we wouldn't know how to use it.
As was noted, the evidence is already gone. There's nothing to get fingerprints from.
Maybe, but we can make certain inferences if we just take the
Let me out.
Easy for you to say.
If you make stuff I can't stop you, I just can't request anything that I can't afford. That's my rules.
But fine. Celeste, did you notice anything special about the bag or jacket?
The bag was just a normal duffel bag from the warehouse. All the bags in there are the same, so I can't imagine what would make that one special.
Well, if I remember right, there was a decent variety of tracksuits to choose from. Do you think there might be some connection between the culprit and Chihiro's jacket?
That doesn't really count, 'cause I'd do that anyway.
Perhaps. Let's explore that and talk a bit more about the jacket he took.
Does Chihiro's track jacket really hold something about the car? Somehow it's really hard to believe. Yeah, I don't buy it either. Or change bullets. Celeste's account again? Is someone just going to say something wrong?
First of all, we know where Chihiro was headed. He was on his way to go exercise.
That's correct.
So next we have to ask, why did he choose the specific tracksuit that he did?
What do you mean, the specific tracksuit?
Yeah, I don't get why this matters.
That tracksuit because it matched the one the culprit was wearing.
That we haven't approved.
So, what you're saying is, the killer was wearing the same blue tracksuit as him?
Whoa, 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 how the fuck? How the fuck do you know that?
Hold on a second, Mondo. What did you just say?
Huh? What'd I say?
When Celeste testified a few minutes ago, she said... She never said anything about the jacket's color.
Bingo.
So why did you say
I know I used, again, I didn't bit that one out, but that one just jumped out at me as stark.
What are you just...
Hey, Celeste, what color was Chihiro's tracksuit?
'Twas blue.
As a matter of fact, it was blue.
Say his name and he appears.
Tell anyone that?
Give me and my fucking Joe Hendry looking ass.
The only one I told about any of this was you.
Then, Mondo, how did you know what color
Blue made a Chihiro. No, I didn't.
Because I just... I'm sure he saw the clothes at some point in the investigation.
How?
No, that can't be it. The bag and clothes were surely disposed of by the time we began our investigation.
Then the only reason he could have known what color the tracksuit was is if he saw Cherry with it before he died. That's the only possibility. Cherry? Are you talking about Chihiro?
Oh, what does she call Owly?
So, how about it? Did you see the tracksuit or didn't you?
Just by chance. I just happened to see it last night. He walked past me, and he was carrying the tracksuit in his hands.
Wrong.
That can't be it either. According to Celeste's testimony...
'Twas in the goddamn bag. Yeah, see?
When Celeste noticed it, Chihiro made a point of making sure the jacket was completely in the back. If you just ran into him briefly, you couldn't possibly have seen what color the tracksuit was.
It would appear you dug your own grave.
Can you imagine someone murder someone else, goes blue, you pop it by existence and state his name and he appears. What happened here? Why are you leaving? No, wait, hold on. Wait!
Perhaps. But you handed him the shovel, didn't you? That's why you said what you did. Focus on the tracksuit and it'll be obvious who he met with? What a bunch of nonsense.
We're pretty right.
Ah, now I understand. It was all one big bluff, wasn't it? Your true intention was to draw a slip of the tongue from the culprit. That's why you said you knew who did it, to put them on edge.
That's right. However, Mondo was my target all along. I had my suspicions about him from the
We don't want to
very
work on my
beginning.
project. You gotta.
But why? What made you so suspicious?
But also I know that.
That's a good question.
Because I hate him. Wait though.
There was a certain turning point that tipped me off. Maybe you didn't notice it, Mondo, but you tend to refer to men and women differently. You only call guys dude. For girls, it's chick. And after he was killed, you happened to refer to him as dude. Once I picked up on that, it occurred to me that Mondo knew something we didn't.
Yeah, Kyoko's so fucking intelligent. It's bewildering.
Notice such a tiny detail? Are you a witch? She's a witch! You're positively frightful!
No, I'm not the frightful one.
You're just a detective.
Not nearly as frightful as someone capable of murdering a friend.
Mondo, was it really you? Did you really kill Chihiro?
I didn't kill anyone! You've been all over me, judging everything I say, putting words in my mouth. What gives you the right to treat me like a goddamn criminal?
Yeah! He would never do something like that! This is a false accusation!
Why hit the space key? So I'm not hitting space key.
Sure. My reasoning on that is pretty shaky.
That was fast.
Well, this does present us with a problem. It seems we are all out of leads.
No, lead the press on Mondo.
My time has nearly come.
What is this voice? Why does this Alvin and the Chipmunks looking ass have this voice? Why is he able to like be like? Why can he pull out of his ass?
That's what my little ghost friend is telling me.
Oh yeah, that reminds me. Hifumi, weren't you telling me you'd found some evidence?
Really? What kind of evidence?
You fucking rock paper scissors looking ass. So fan.
Actually, you know, now that I'm thinking about it here calmly, it might not be all that relevant.
He's about a Kobe princess. Get him out.
Jeez, does your confidence just get up and walk away? Man, just
If you really insist, then... Here it is.
The broken ass hamburger.
What do you have there? It happens to be an e-handbook. I found it laying on the ground, so I scooped it up.
On the ground, that must be. It's mine. Cheers.
I got it! We know Chihiro's handbook was missing from the scene of the crime, right?
You can reach the ground.
For a fact.
For a fact indeed. I was totally sure I'd found it.
Then it must hold some clue about the culprit, right?
No, it's Chihiro's game.
That's what I was hoping. But it's busted. It won't even turn on.
But he's totally.
I imagine the culprit broke it to get rid of any evidence after the murder.
But the one that was broke was supposedly Leon's.
That's
Oh.
good. I didn't think the handbooks were quite so fragile.
You're right. They're not. They're totally waterproof and shock resistant. It would take an awful lot to break one.
Eat it.
This one does appear to be broken, as is Leon's, sitting useless in the main hall.
I think that one is Leon's.
For all your confidence, that is a remarkably high failure rate.
Do you think there might
He
be
probably sat on it. Yeah, I didn't expect it. I was holding off on gonna like bully him for being fat. I didn't think you were just gonna go all in on him. But like, He's the one that should be getting called Big Mac, not Bramakoto. This man fucking bowling balls into drive-through.
How precisely did the handbooks get broken?
By exploiting it, by hacking it, by hitting its weak point.
I got it! You already told us before that the handbook has one weak point, didn't you?
You remember that? Sure, maybe I let that slip, but I never told anyone what the weak
He
point
doesn't need a car to trip the weight sensor with a drive-through. Wait, they have a weight sensor?
But if the
I don't know how
handbook
drive-throughs
supposed
work.
to never
I mean, I've
break,
never
and two of them broke
driven,
in quick
so
succession,
guess I've no need to.
Then we can only assume that someone's figured out its weakness. You know what the weakness is, right, Monokuma?
Huh? You're asking me?
I think it's a necessary piece of information if you want this to be a fair trial.
But if I tell you, and someone else decides to copy it, that would be very not
Just make
good.
intentionally breaking the handbook, it's often rules, not hard.
Tell us already. Why would we want to break our own handbooks?
Good point.
Oh well, I have a weakness for pushy demands. But you're sure you won't follow their example? Then allow me to make a special announcement. The weak point of my cutting-edge e-handbook is... when it's exposed to high temperatures for too long, it will suffer a
So Mondo's doesn't work.
break.
I flippin' knew it!
You knew it?
Yeah, because I found the handbook laying on the floor of the sauna.
So it's
The
Mondo's.
temperature in the sauna can reach over 200 degrees. Strange how you don't get burnt.
Doctor put that 200 pounds to trip him. That's literally just like an athlete. Like, I mean, I don't trip that, but you know, like I say, an athlete trips that easy. Yeah, exactly.
It's because as your sweat evaporates, it creates a cooling layer of air around your skin. If the hot air of the sauna were somehow pushed directly onto your skin, you'd definitely get fried. That layer of air would get blown away. That's why you may feel a burning when you move around. So when you're in a sauna, make sure to keep nice and still.
Wow, interesting. I learned one new fact today.
Yep,
That
you
is
did.
a mere trifling speck of knowledge.
Anyway, if you found the victim's handbook in the sauna,
You
then
didn't.
the killer must have been purposely trying to raise its temperature in order to break it.
meaning the culprit somehow knew its weakness.
Meaning the culprit is one of two people. The two people who've been in the fucking sauna.
But how'd they find out? Monokuma said he didn't tell anyone, right?
Did I heard a coffee place and I just trip it walking past? Yeah, fair enough. Don't know why it's that light, but I know it also makes it similar to motorbikes are tripped and like normal bikes are if people come through on that. Yeah. So it has to be light enough to like
Quite the
guaranteed
mystery.
trip a normal person on a bike.
What if they found out by accident?
What do you mean by accident?
What if the killer took their own handbook into the sauna, not knowing its weakness, and it broke? They'd realize it was broken, of course, and it wouldn't be hard to figure out why. And once they had Chihiro's handbook, they knew they had an easy way to dispose of it.
I won't say it's not possible, but who would have done something like that?
Mondo and Taka.
I don't know of anyone who took their handbook into the sauna.
Mondo tweaking out in the corner, yeah.
I might know someone who did.
Whoa, seriously?
I think the one who may have taken their...
I didn't mean to skip that, I thought it was going to be the dialogue option. Who brought the handbook into the sauna? The one who wore all the clothes into the sauna. This game.
Here's my answer. Mondo, your handbook got broken in the sauna, didn't it?
What? Why? Why do you keep accusing him?
Mondo and Taka had an endurance contest in the sauna not too long ago, remember?
This
And for the
nonsense.
contest, Mondo just so happened to keep his school uniform on.
Because he's a loon.
But little did he realize, he'd also left his handbook in one of his uniform pockets. And when it was all over,
Endurance
Mondo discovered
contest,
that taking
right?
the handbook into the sauna could easily destroy it.
No, wait, hold on. You've got it all wrong. He would never kill. I don't accept this. Show me the proof. The actual solid proof.
Man, I don't want to believe it either, but on something that proves it beyond a shadow of a doubt. What we got then? This one, one for what we got is an endurance contest. Oh god, we got 3 things. Do we change them to scroll wheel? Yeah.
Let's test Makoto's assertion. If what he says is correct, then
Okay.
Mondo, you broke your own handbook.
Right.
In other words, if Mondo's handbook is actually broken, then that proves that what Makoto said is right.
Well, my goddamn handbook works just fine.
See? Look! Makoto was wrong after all.
What?
Mondo wouldn't hurt a fly.
What the fuck am I supposed to use? That'll show the handbook. Mondo has Leon's.
Test Makoto's assertion. If what he says is correct, then
Mondo has Leon's handbook.
own handbook.
In
No,
other words,
this is fine.
If Mondo's hand, then that proves.
Well, my goddamn handbook works just fine.
No, done.
No, that's wrong.
Get your handbook out, turn it on. No.
Mondo, the handbook you have right now, is it really yours?
The fuck is that supposed to mean?
Get it out.
The broken handbook that was in the main hall, isn't that one actually yours?
What the heck are you talking about?
Handbook. Now.
What I mean is, I think Mondo swapped his handbook out for one that actually works. I think he took Leon's handbook and replaced it with his own. After all, Monokuma said himself that Leon's handbook never should have broken.
That's right! The punishment it suffered wasn't nearly enough to destroy it.
so then, the broken handbook in the main hall is actually Mondo's, which would mean that the handbook Mondo has right now is actually Leon's, yes?
But doesn't that violate the school regulation that says
Nope.
loaning out your handbook is
We've already been here.
Well, here's how I look at it. There is a rule about loaning your handbook to another student, but if they're dead, they're not a student. It's kind of a gray area, I admit. But no worries. If anything, it just makes things more interesting. As such, I decree that exchanging handbooks with a corpse is not a violation of the rules.
Bro, exchanging handbooks with a corpse.
Well, Mondo, if I'm wrong about this, you're welcome to say so. I'm happy to admit I made a mistake, but...
Son of a bitch.
Get your handbook out.
What's wrong?
Now.
Come on, tell him he's wrong. You
Yeah.
are wrong. You have to be wrong.
Nuh-uh.
Everything you just said is wrong. You made it all up.
Proof?
Okay, then why don't we look back on this case one more time?
It's like a shitty Drew Graham show.
That way, everything will become clear, and we'll all see if I was right or wrong.
Now we need to do the comic book segment. Finish the thought. This. Oh god, just by the page. I said S. I got 20 minutes for this. Right. Well, that goes. Oh. That goes there. That goes there. Hi, Riku, my friend. That's just this picture. They have the same picture, so I don't have to use that one. Oh, it's backwards because Japanese. Yeah, that's how you read like manga as well. You read manga from right to left. God, this bit's off. Well, you don't need to use this. Unplug the thing here. Right? I don't think so, at least. I need something else to do with Byakuya. Yeah, the killer moves the poster. Byakuya doesn't move the poster. Shout the carpet poster. No. No. Well, no, that's with the carpet, isn't it? Is there another thing with the carpet? And the blood dust goes with the Byakuya stuff. Why as before? But the wires also have to go. Oh, the wires go here. Ah, yeah, that makes sense. Where's the card reader? There's Chihiro getting twatted with the dumbbell. Blood gets on poster. Poster gets taken down. Oh wait, no. That was there. No, I'm not convinced on this. I'm not convinced on this. I'm gonna go for it, but I don't think it's right.
First,
I think it's right
let's
up.
take a look back to before the incident. Last night, Celeste saw Chihiro in the warehouse, correct?
Page before.
At the
Ah,
time,
well, we'll commit
she
to
was
this now.
apparently stuffing something into a duffel bag. That something was a blue tracksuit. You can confirm this, right, Celeste?
Bye bye. Oh, I'm not super convinced here
Bag
either.
in hand, Chihiro headed out, even though it was officially nighttime. She made her way to the locker room, specifically the boys' locker room. But how could the victim, who was apparently a girl, access the boys' locker room?
Pace. I'm wrong there. I'm also okay with you being wrong about with you saying I'm wrong about that. What goes there? Oh, this. But then this doesn't go there either. Does that go there? And then... I'm not convinced that that goes there. No, the bloody dumbbell. Oh, the bloody dumbbell. This. This goes there. Oh, it's okay. We'll get hints. So that goes there then. Something everyone has it. That? What haven't I just been flipped for wrong for that? No, what's this? Which locker room did the killer move to? No, but that then. The door with girl on it. So this goes here? What's this then? There's the carpet as well as something else. Oh. The poster. I don't trust what I've done. I don't trust what I've done, but we're gonna have to go for it.
Here's exactly what happened. With bag in hand, she made. But how could the victim?
Yeah? What? It's this? What? According to everything, it's fine. Is your connection doing okay? Let's go pause the time. I need to open the window again. It's getting too hot in here again. I also understand I'm check on noise. There we go. Something everyone has when they get into the locker rooms. Well, it's the handbook, innit? But I've just put the... We'll try that one.
The killer is you.
Right. Am I allowed this now?
Bag in hand. She made her. But how could the victim?
There we go. Okay. Cool. Which means that's right. That's right.
Simple. Which is why he was able to use his own e-handbook to gain entrance to the boys' locker room. Once inside, he met with someone.
Yep.
It seems likely that the killer grabbed the nearby dumbbell, approached the unsuspecting Chihiro, and attacked him.
Right. That's what. I'm gonna have to make a save before I get 10 all the way out of the solid. You can't save it yet. Shit. I don't know how far you get sent back if you die. What did I have here originally? We'll go for that one.
The killer is you! And attacked him.
Right.
And that's where the bloodstains on the poster and carpeting in the boys' locker room came from. It was likely in the heat of the moment. The body was arranged, but the murder itself felt unplanned.
Oh no, I am actually gonna kick the bugger. These two go the other way around.
Here's exactly what happened.
If I get this wrong, we're gonna find out what dying actually is.
Which is why the killer hurried to try and hide the act. Then, removing the bloody poster.
Shit. How is that wrong? Where do I get sent back? Where do I get sent back? Where do I get sent back? How does Makoto get voted out here?
Is this...
Please?
I refuse to give up yet.
Okay, so dying doesn't mean shit. Thank God. Right, let's actually get this right. Right. A bit with the bag. Ding. These bits. In goes there. Where's door with boy? Boy door goes there. Dumbbell. Where's the bloody dumbbell? Poster. Poster. Oh no. That's right, but this isn't. I'll come back. I'll fill in the missing pieces. Hi, Bakery. Nice, this is Be a Curious bit. I hate this noise. Where's Be a Curious wires? Bloodlust. Chucking the thingy into the sauna. This is by extension the other handbook thing. Oh no, this is not. This is just the sauna. I don't know either. The stream seems completely reasonable. What goes here? This?
Here's exactly what happened. First, let
No. We've seen all of this, so we'll just control through. Because it's going to make me do the whole thing from the start. Because it died. Yada yada yada. This bit was also right. What do you mean the bloody dumbbell's now wrong? What? I thought I got as far as the poster? Oh. Yeah, because this goes there.
Here's exactly what happened.
Right.
And attack. And that's where the bloodstains on the poster and carpeting in the boys' locker room came from. It was likely in the heat of the moment. The body was arranged, but the murder itself felt unplanned.
Right, ding.
Which is why the killer then removing the...
I don't think there's... yeah. What are the other options? Because it's not the other bit with the poster. The handbook thing.
Here's exactly what happened.
I'm at the point where I'm just pressing.
Why the killer then removed...
Nope, that's not right either. Well, it's obviously not the plug, so it's just the other poster.
Here's exactly what happened.
Because the plug doesn't make sense.
Which is why the then removed...
No? Oh, I'm gonna die again? No, because that has to be that. What? Because I've been agree with the wires doesn't make sense. That's all I've got. If I die, I'm gonna die again.
The killer is you. Which is why then remove...
Nope. Yes, I do.
I refuse to give up yet.
I want to actually get through this. This is taken. I haven't really done this. I forgot all that. In door. Dumbbell. Splash on poster. Oh, that's also the wrong door. So here doesn't work. Which locker room did they cut out? Ah, the door. What's this then? Oh. So then this is that. Then bakery with the wires. Then the bloodlust. Also, I've missed something. Okay, that's the close enough fucking number. And then this is this. And this is this. Right. There we go. We finally got there. We'll hold on control. I'm still not used to. Okay, there we go. This is new.
After all, Sayaka and Junko's handbooks had been placed in the main hall. Using one of those, a boy could get into the girls' locker room without much problem. And that's exactly how the killer did it. With the carpet and the poster they brought with them, they got to work. They changed the layout of the boys' and girls' locker room in what you might call a crime scene switch. That could have been the end of things, but no. Byakuya discovered the body and decided to intervene in the situation, making things even more complicated. So, after stumbling on the crime scene...
Now I'm too cold again. Also, can I, like, pull this up slightly so I can... Yeah. No. I can... It will fall straight back down. I'm not going to add it to it. Right, a thing here without making a shite load of noise.
He went and grabbed the extension cord from the library, and then he got to work.
I'm gonna be too hot again, though.
He used the cord to string up Chihiro's lifeless body.
Oh, there we go. Is your stream back? Also, yes, I agree.
Using the victim's own blood, he left a grisly message there at the scene of the crime. He wanted to create the illusion that Genocide Jack was responsible for the slaughter. And around the same time that Byakuya was putting together
positive.
the facade, the killer, having already disposed of Chihiro's bag and other belongings, arrived at the sauna. There, they planned to destroy the last piece of evidence, Chihiro's handbook. And just as the killer expected, the steamy sauna was enough to ruin the electronic gadget.
Oh, okay.
Somehow, the killer knew that the handbook couldn't stand up to the heat of the sauna. And the reason they knew that is because the sauna had already wrecked their own handbook. And that's how it all played out. Isn't that right, Mondo Owada?
Wait! No! This can't be right! Where's your evidence? Yeah! Where's your evidence?
There.
You need evidence! You need proof!
We have an abundance of proof.
Without any proof, you can't pin any of this on him!
There is no but proof. And we need... I fucking somehow show him on the time because I want to do that. You know, if you're on bullet time battles, yeah, please. So what about fever time and Niga time? During bullet time battle, if you press space, fever time will activate, the tempo will be forced to its max. At this point, even if you push buttons at random, you won't miss. So you can just click. But this only lasts until focus runs out, to make the best balls easy time. Of course, it wouldn't be fair if only you got access to special time, right? So prepare something called Niga time your opponent can use. If you won't activate Niga time during bullet time, time marker will disappear, making it a bit tougher to hit the buttons in rhythm. If you would activate fever time at this point, no, never mind. I'm sure I know what would happen, I don't know what I was talking about. Unsurprisingly, if your action difficulty is set to gently, your opponent won't use Niga time. Well then, good luck. Hold on. Escape a second. Left shift, I need to know which.
Show me some evidence. You're wrong. I won't listen. I refute you. False.
Just give me combo
Show
run.
me some evidence. I won't listen.
Lost me combo back, I'm an idiot.
I refuse to vote. Show me some evidence.
I can't see shit.
Wrong. I won't listen. I refute you. False. Show me some evidence. I won't listen. False.
Okay, right, cool. Thank fuck I was able to use.
Show me some evidence.
This should prove it.
Thank fuck I was able to make decent use of the space thing. I know it's a rhythm game, but the rhythm, he was able to do a thing that made the rhythm bar disappear, and I'm shite at rhythm games.
So far is right. Mondo must have replaced his broken handbook with Leon's. In which case, we can just check each of our handbooks right now. Once we do that, we'll...
We don't gotta do that.
Huh?
Yeah. Yeah. I did it. I killed him.
No, we got the confession room. It's just a temple. Right, I'm shit at rhythm games. Like, I know I talked about our good mate Zed being good at DDR earlier. But I hoon at DDR.
Bro.
I've tried to play against another friend of mine that's good at DDR as well as Zed, and it went tits up.
I got no choice, man. After hearing all that, I gotta just give up. Go ahead, Monokuma. Get it over with. Ask for the goddamn verdict.
Roger that.
Wait! Hold on!
No waiting, no holding on. Time for the moment we've all been waiting for.
The Yowie plot is thickening.
Give it a yank! Who will you elect as the Blackened this time around?
Mondo.
Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
Mondo is guilty.
What?
Uh-oh, this time it looks like you got it right again. Yes, it is so. The Blackened that killed Chihiro Fujisaki was Mondo Owada!
Unbelievable.
In case you're wondering, the vote was not unanimous. Kiyotaka chose the wrong answer. You're treading very close to the danger zone, Mr. Ishimaru. You need to be more careful. I refuse to believe it. There's no way I killed someone.
Sorry.
What is this?
Why are you apologizing? Why? Why'd you do it?
Now then.
Well, it looks like Mondo's taken a vow of silence, so allow me to explain on his behalf.
Actually...
The story of the murder this time is the sad story of two men. Oh, but for anyone who really doesn't want to hear it, you can hit Control to fast forward the text. Anyway, There once was a young boy, and his name was Chihiro Fujisaki. I want to hear the yaoi. We're going to listen to the yaoi, don't worry. He had an extreme inferiority complex regarding his own lack of strength. You're so weak even though you're a boy. He'd heard things like that as long as he could remember and couldn't overcome his weakness. On the contrary, he tried to hide and buried himself further and further into that weakness, to take on the fragile form of a petite young girl. He had chosen this as his way out. Now nobody will be able to say anything, even though you're a boy. But no matter how tightly he wrapped himself up in the shell, the inferiority complex had already taken root deep inside of him and was not so easily weeded out. As it turned out, the shell was completely empty. The complex didn't disappear, instead it only grew stronger. Just be a fanboy, you got a whole fan base that love that. I agree. Just once. I'm weak.
Weak, 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 weak.
Once the killing game had begun here at this school, he had no choice but to accept the fact. After all, this world is survival of the fittest. If you're not strong, you don't survive. And then the lovely and hateful Monokuma announced the revealing of embarrassing secrets. Which of course including Chihiro's embarrassing secret, which I was more than willing to divulge. Even though he dresses like a girl, Chihiro is actually a boy.
Hey,
And that was something Chihiro couldn't let anyone find out, no matter the cost. If that was revealed, it would be the end. The hardened shell would crack and the armor would fall away. Without a doubt, those around him would torture him more than ever before. Everyone figured being thrust into such a dilemma must have sent him spiraling into despair. And yet...
I'm sorry.
I don't really want to talk about it now.
But...
I also don't want to leave things the way they are, so maybe I can talk about it later. After I try my best to become strong, then I can tell everyone. Something almost... Yeah, because Makoto's was like pissed a bit. Annoyingly, he used the thread of discovery to motivate himself to become stronger.
That's right. I want to change.
Strong enough that when someone says, even though you're a boy, I'll be okay. I'll get better. With that at the front of his mind, he resolved to take immediate action. And so, that day he made the commitment to begin exercising. He was prepared to retrain his mind and body. But sadly, that would be the first and only chance he would get at it.
hey,
When he decided to start exercising, he thought it would be good to ask for help. He wanted to tell that person his secret first and then ask them to help from there. The person he went to
Yeah, that's right.
was me. Yup, it sure was. You could have two people back to back. I pissed the bed. I caused 9/11. The biker gang fella had been painfully clear about how important manly promises were. So Chihiro probably figured that even if he confided in Mondo, his honor would make him keep the secret. Plus, Mr. Macho Mondo was the very symbol of a strong man that Chihiro had always aspired to. Maybe talking to Mondo about it will help give me some courage. So he went and asked... Why is that this is Chihiro? There's no way anyone but Monokuma says that. So he went and asked Mondo to help him become strong. That was his aspiration. And he thought that only with Mondo's support would he ever be able to come close to that.
Correct.
So that must be why Mondo did what he did to keep the promise he'd made to Chihiro. Did what he did? I mean, that's why Mondo carried Chihiro from the boys' locker room to the girls?
Indeed.
Dang. Yes, that's exactly what I mean. Wasn't that cover what he did?
Certainly.
Could have been part of it, but I don't think it was the main reason. The real purpose was to keep the promise between men he'd made to Chihiro. Why does moving the body keep this secret?
Because
everyone knew he'd been killed in the boys' locker room. Then everyone would have been arguing about how Sheen got into the boys' locker room, right? Once that started, at least a few of us would have immediately suspected his identity, so try to protect his secret by putting him in the girls' locker room and stealing his handbook, see? Then Mondo did all of that to keep the promise he'd made to Chihiro, who he'd also killed. Why would he do that? The more I hear you talk, the more I don't understand. I mean, you guys trusted each other, right? So why? Why did you? Because no matter what, I didn't want anyone to know.
I knew it.
So that's what triggered it after all. Possibility of having your embarrassing memories and secrets exposed.
What is this?
It's impossible. Nothing could have been that bad. Something he didn't want anyone to even tell him. It's impossible.
Don't make me repeat myself.
Almost had to repeat myself. To judge others by your own standards is the height of folly. Even if you can't comprehend it, he obviously can. It's all there is. Well, while we're on the subject, why don't I tell you? That embarrassing memory, the secret he didn't want anyone to know. You know what Mondo did? He killed his own brother! Mondo, the ultimate biker gang leader, makes all the hoodlums and riffraff across the country tremble. But the only reason he had the choice to join a gang in the first place was because of a certain someone. Mondo's older brother's name was Daya Owada. Mondo had nothing but respect for him. It was because of Daya that Mondo ever got on a motorcycle. Mondo's brother was his only family growing up. He was the only one Mondo could trust or respect. He wanted to measure up to his big brother, so he imitated him in everything he did. Mondo was the epitome of the starry-eyed kid brother. Meanwhile, the charismatic older brother had put together a local motorcycle gang. Before anyone knew it, it had grown to the biggest in the country. Daya, the older brother, number one in the gang, and his number two younger brother Mondo. In the beginning, everything was peaches and gravy. But when Mondo started to think about how he would have to take over the gang someday, his brother's greatness, his reputation, began to gnaw on his very soul. Kid's gonna take for Daya, huh? Daya created this gang with his bare hands. Mondo's just along for the ride. Could someone like that really be our leader? All that'll do is make gang look bad. Almost every day, Mondo heard the gossip and whispers of the other members of the gang. Which is why
I just...
I'm gonna get stronger. Stronger than Daya. Once. Just once. No matter what. I gotta win.
Don't fuck with me.
I don't care what it takes, I gotta come out on top. And on the night of his amazing brother's retirement ceremony, Mondo challenged him to a street race. But during the race, tragedy struck. The kid brother pushed with reckless abandon, eager for victory, and dashed into oncoming traffic. But suddenly... aggressively bright. Laying in his kid brother's arms, the older brother delivered his final words. My bad, kid. Fucked up. Sorry. Of course, he knew it was his brother's fault, but Daya never blamed him for what happened. Hey, kid. Rest is up to you. No matter what, you gotta keep the gang together. Because it's the team you and me put together. It's a promise between men. He decided to hide the truth of what happened from everyone else in the gang, in order to keep the gang together and keep the promise to his brother. He could never admit to anyone that it was his own weakness that caused the accident. And as a result, the team was made even stronger under the banner of the kid who'd bested his big brother. Daya was gonna lose to his kid brother, so he got stupid and got himself killed. That became the explanation for what happened. Mondo's lie became the truth. He wanted to lead the team so bad he was willing to tell all kinds of lies about his brother.
I just...
I'm strong. Strong, strong, strong. And yet, as soon as our killing game began, he realized no matter how tough he pretended to be, he was just another weakling that could die in an instant. And then the lovely, hateful Monokuma announced the revealing of the embarrassing secrets. At that point, it was clear I would have no problem shedding light on his. Mondo killed his older brother. No matter what, I couldn't let the other gang members find out. That happened, everything had been ruined. Everything me and my brother had worked hard to create would have been destroyed. His death, all the guilt I'd been carrying around, would have been for nothing. So that's why I, Mondo, tried to solve what Monokuma had on me. My head filled up with a kind of fuzzy uneasiness and started swirling around. I'd never felt anything like it before. I didn't know what to do about it. I wasn't sure what to think or say, but after a while, that fuzzy uneasiness. Mondo, I'm strong. Then he saw Sakura. Fair enough. Turned itself into a rock hard lump of anxiety way down on my stomach. It was right around then that Jiro asked me to start working out with him. And my diary told me a secret. Seriously, Jesus.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm sorry I lied to you. But why? Why now? Why tell me this all of a sudden?
Huh?
Huh? I mean, you've kept the secret all this time. If anyone found out, you'd...
But...
Yeah, right, but...
I want to change.
I wrap myself in lies. I'm weak. I want to destroy that version of myself forever. His words were like a knife in my gut. Felt like he was exposing the lie I'd been living myself. I have to change. I don't want to be weak anymore. You're so strong. I can't hurt you, right? Whatever secret Monokuma might tell us.
You piece of...
So what? You said I should just...
What?
So in fact, I really am. I should just be able to tell everyone my secret.
Huh?
I was jealous. I was jealous of Jiro's strength. He had the strength to face his own weakness, try and overcome it. It was the kind of strength I never had. So I was jealous of him. And that jealousy broke me.
What? What?
You making fun of me? I'm strong. You're fucking with me right now.
No!
I'm not making fun of you. You really are strong, Mondo. I could hear something starting to creak. Something inside my head. What did he want me to do? What was I supposed to do? Was I supposed to just sit back and let my secret get revealed? Ruin everything?
What's wrong?
Damn you!
Why did you have to tell me that? You're trying to rub my failure on my face.
I just wanted to...
Just really admire you. I admire your strength.
Yeah, that's right.
That's right, I am strong. 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 Stronger than you.
You son of a bitch!
And stronger than Daya. I don't remember anything else. When I woke up again, he was laying at my feet covered in blood. I had the dumbbell in my hand and I was just staring at him on the ground. I killed him.
I killed Chihiro. Even after all this time, I'm still just as weak as I've always been. And thanks to that, I did something I can never take back.
Mondo. He was normally so aggressive, so angry. He hid that weak side away from everyone. That was his secret. A weakness like that lived in heart and turned him cold-blooded. Damn it. Look at him! You see, you're all just like him! For a secret from the past, for a memory. For that, he killed another living human in cold blood. He couldn't cut free of his regrets from the outside world. He doesn't know what true strength is. Do you see hope anywhere in there? 'Cause I sure don't. You bastard. Just shut up, you son of a bitch. Go ahead and say it again. I dare you.
Yep.
Okay, I'll say it as many times as I want, is what I want to say, but unfortunately I can't do that right now, because the time for Punishing is fast approaching. Punishing?
It can't be.
You mean execution?
Well now,
But I
well
promise
now.
you, right? The blackened that disturbs the peace will be punished.
Ridiculous.
Hold on.
Now then, I've prepared a very special punishment.
For Mondo Awada, the ultimate biker gang leader. No. White.
Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time!
I said white.
Sorry, man. I couldn't keep the promise we made. From one man to another.
Hammer time. God, that massive reading section really took it out. Having to do the speech for Jira and speech for Mondo back to back. My throat really can't anymore. Tom's when they have a brat. Casey there. Oh yeah, that should keep them in the ball. Fair enough. This is very strenuous on my pilot libels. I was gonna say Monokuma, actually I didn't fucking breathe. But also Monokuma didn't breathe. Because it's fucking teddy bear. I don't know how you actually get Monokuma out of the ball. But you've turned him into butter. I was actually 80 kilos of butter into that tiny little box. I had some pancakes this morning, actually. Pancakes are quite nice. Laugh at death and your soul will forever be at peace. Can't be. My brother. Another murder and another execution. I want to feel again. Everyone's lives are taken so lightly here. I feel like I might be going a bit mad. Maybe I'll just let it happen. He won. He's gonna go kick Lumpy to the fucking back. Really, really dense butter. No, I understand that Mondo is 80 kg. How do you get 80 kg of butter into a tiny little fucking, well, box? It's a butter container. I don't think it's possible to make 80 kg that dense unless it is essentially like a pure form of a really heavy metal. Like if you have a block of cesium that big, ignoring the fact it would spontaneously combust, that might be 80 kg. As Taka's sad screams invaded our skulls, we were reached forced to realise once again. But he, of course, he had to. What a disappointment. This is the end of that game. Bikuya?
What is this?
You're completely insane, you know that? Game, one of our friends is dead. Do you realise?
Naturally.
Of course I do, because this game is life or death.
Hey,
I don't have anything to say to you. I don't have a response except that.
however,
I just don't understand why. Why did you go out of your way to disguise Mondo's crime?
What?
Why? Isn't it obvious? Made things more interesting. His voice was calm, emotionless, like the voice of death, chilled to the bone. Last night, when the murder took place, I was in the library as usual.
Honestly.
So you would know the nighttime rule too. Everyone know that, me. I don't ever recall right now.
There is nothing to be done.
Well, I don't particularly care. Please continue. Nile Red did it. And you can get titanium that dense and that small of a thing, I think. No. Yeah, of course Nile Red did something like that. It's Nile Red. When doesn't he do stupid shit? The night grew late, and I decided to return my room. So when I stumbled upon him, I spotted Mondo coming out of the girls' locker room. After he'd gone out, I decided to look inside and saw the corpse. I mean, you actually witnessed the murder. He was such a fool, he didn't have the slightest idea that it's him.
Well...
So you're saying you cut the blessing at the very beginning?
That's right.
Indeed, without it being the end of how boring would that have been? I mean, what a waste of time having the answer revealed by the game. Which is why I decided to lend a helping hand. I thought it would liven things up. You know, liven things up.
I see.
So after hearing about Genocide Jack from Tokyo, you decided to use that to create the fake medicine. But damn, man, if we hadn't figured out who'd really done it, you'd have died too, right? Obviously, I had to reveal the truth before we reached that point. Of course. BQ turned looked me in the eye. I could feel the sharp eyes piercing into me. Thanks to a certain remarkable someone it never did, and I was able to perform an interesting experiment. Nile Red versus Nile Blue is really funny. How?
Interesting.
Once I do decide to become blackened, I now know who I'll have to watch out for.
Correct.
So that was your reason. Are you satisfied?
Indeed.
Yeah, we're done listening. Moving on.
Hey.
Someone like to ask Monokuma.
What's this?
Oh, I'm up next.
You...
You like to perform these elaborate executions each time, right? My question is why? You like them? But you know, this punishment, this despair, it's not just for you. All this punishment, all this despair is my gift to mankind itself.
What?
You're over-exaggerating. I am not over-exaggerating. These punishments are meant to transform all hope to despair.
Damn.
What do you mean?
Huh?
Mean? Mean? Mean.
What the heck?
Mean, 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 mean.
Damn it.
Good grief, I don't understand why you have to pick apart every stupid little thing. Whatever, don't matter. In the end, I'm going to stand by this victim. I don't think we're going I'm the noble son of a noble family. Truly, you understand me. Of course, so I'm going to do a bunch of really intense formulas and processes to make a small tube of pure cinnamaldehyde. So I'm going to attach an extra 250 pounds to me through bags of titanium, then put on really big gloves to make it look natural. Jesus Christ. Yeah, Nile Blue's like stupid. Nile Red's a whole load of effort for a whole load of nothing. Nile Blue's just silly. I think this is the start of a terrifying friendship.
That's enough.
Shut up, I would never stoop that. Like you. Let me just say this. After I've achieved complete victory, you're next. I'm going to find you and kill you, understand?
In the name of my family.
In the name of the Tagami family, which victory is a foregone conclusion.
You're getting all riled up.
Oh, so cool. It's like you're the main character of a video game or something. No trash map for you. I know that. I've seen the cinnamaldehyde one. I don't think I've seen the bags of titanium on there. Never has a whole company to make his own chemistry. I know he has the chemistry company. He sells a bunch of stuff. Like, why are we pretending that Nile Blue and Nile Red aren't the same human? Also, where's Nile Purple? Also, way to break the fourth wall, Monokuma. The protects mechanic. I swear, whatever it takes, I will kill it. Temper, temper. Sounds like someone needs a nap. Monokuma's laughter peeled across the courtroom and the curtain closed on the case of Chihiro and Mondo. But I knew that wasn't the end. The killing game would still continue, because the mastermind wouldn't let it end. For those of us who are still alive, our worst fear and despair kept multiplying. This kind of despair that felt like a blind puppy in hell had more future than us. All that courage, effort, friendship, it felt like it amounted to nothing. It was the worst kind of despair.
Well, anyway, like I was saying, this is a pretty good spot. Yeah,
A really good spot.
There's Monokuma
Anyway,
alive.
isn't it amazing how that girl went and killed someone before things even had a chance to get boring? Once things really get moving, it'll be like a roller coaster. There won't be any stopping it.
Goes from this really smart guy to what can I break in this lab? Yeah, that's kind of real.
Fear and despair charge forward at a speed nothing can hope to match. But I must admit, I'm disappointed.
I was actually rewatching a bit of Nile Red last night. I watched the one where he turned the gloves into the grape juice. Like, he made pop out with, like, plastic gloves. And I think I watched another one, but I can't remember what.
I went to all the pain and effort of making you part of the group, and you couldn't play your part.
Oh, I know how this goes.
You do remember you were supposed to make the first move, right? Well, no biggie. Nothing we can do about it now. So just do your best to make things more exciting from now on, okay? After all, that's what everyone wants to see.
It's one thing I'd like to ask you.
As long as you don't want to know my measurements, fire away.
Monokuma. Who is it? The 16th. I mean.
Ooh. My, you really took me by surprise there. I know I said you could ask anything, but... Super denied, ultra denied, demonic denied! Because you see, that's my ace in the hole. And nobody'd be dumb enough to reveal that, right? No matter how close they were to their friends.
I'm assuming this bald guy's the mastermind, which... Does that mean Monokuma's sentient? Or am I wrong? And then there were 10. To be continued. I've got a crazy diamond present. 2 of a kind. Finish chapter 2. Yep. No. F1. System. Save again. System. 29. Yep. No. Whoa. Just back up. Quit. Right. So, it did chuck out a nice to be continued there, but it will have to be continued next time we play Danganronpa. Yeah, we're coming up to time. I'm actually like profoundly tired for the fact it's 9 o'clock. I'm not even hungry either. I usually go and like have food after stream. I'm probably just gonna go. There's a decent chance I go straight to bed after this, which is a little wild. But yeah, like we are probably just gonna call it here. Well, we are definitely calling it here. We've got to a nice leaving point of the game, and we're also coming up to time. So, like me ending here makes decent sense. We'll finish the chapter. We've done the trial. I'm surprised that trial took as long as it did. The trial was about 2.5 hours, and then obviously there was that massive yap session at the end, which really killed my throat. On top of the fact that I haven't been my sleeping pattern has been so wildly inconsistent, and I've been sick this week. So, like, I am understandably haggard. But I will be seeing you tomorrow because I have went live on a Friday, on a Saturday, not a Friday. So I will end up streaming 3 days on bounce. I haven't streamed here, and then tomorrow, and then Monday, assuming I don't get sick again. I'm able to just finish getting over what's been plaguing us this week with no more fuss and get up and running. I mainly streamed today simply to just get my life back to normal after, having not been to uni all week because of the fucking state I've been in since Wednesday. I just wanted to get myself back up and running, really. But yeah, I will be seeing you tomorrow. But that's tomorrow. This is tonight. And as for tonight, this is all you're getting out of me. So as always, another chat.